Okay. Boom. There we go. Now it's
Hey,
recording. Okay.
good stuff, good stuff. Hello, YouTube frogs.
YouTube frogs. Why are they frogs?
I don't know, it's just I've heard it over and over again. Now it's just ingrained in my mind that everyone who watches YouTube is a frog.
All right. Okay.
I'm sure there's a reason that's said.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna start. What's all? God damn it! I am still trying to figure out how to pull everything up here. Okay, I got it. There you go. So
I
what do y'all
mean,
want to start with?
the first thing, like, if we're doing it in order of like the way we organized it,
Categories.
we'd go from anime as our first topic, tech to our second, third topic being gaming, and we finish it off with miscellaneous things.
Okay, let's do it. 1 second. Oh, I'm in the wrong solver again. God, I'm gonna have to like streamline all this. I'm gonna end up getting on here tonight and fucking streamlining it. Streamlining everything. Fuck. Okay.
Well, we are recording, right?
Yep, we're recording and we're live.
Okay, perfect. So first topic is a pretty easy. Do either one of you guys watch like dubbed anime at all ever?
No, because I'm not a fucking cretin.
Okay, well you cretin. Um,
Yeah, you're
I
still
watch
a cretin anyways, so.
Fuck you.
I watch
Okay.
both.
At least I watch anime. You motherfuckers are sitting here not watching anything. I'm watching like
Hey,
everything
no,
right now.
I'm watching quite a bit actually.
You're too
I'm
busy
not
playing
watching I'm
communist
not
video
watching nearly as
games.
much of you that's like ongoing right now, but I'm trying to catch up completely on all of Bleach so that I can watch the new season before it comes out. On top of that, I am watching Shield Hero. I'm a little bit behind, but I'm watching it. And there's always like 2 or 3 other shows I'm watching at the same time. I need to continue
good.
Black Butler as well. I think I'm on season 3.
Also, we have 5 viewers, and I do think we should clarify real fast. So, the people in the stream right now, the hosts of this podcast as it goes forward. But first of all, like, please be like easy on us. Everything is scuffed. We had some technical issues, and we don't have all shit set up correctly yet. The dog, and don't ask me why he's a dog. He just wanted to be a dog today.
I'm Doge.
Yep. that the dog is Snizzle Dizzle. He runs a gaming channel. He's actually Portnold, I think. Is it Portnold or affiliate?
I'm affiliated.
Okay, he's affiliated. He's not special enough to be a Portnold yet, but he does have affiliate. And
Yeah, I don't have enough titty hot tub streams to do that yet, so
Yeah.
maybe one day.
Listen.
And
You should make that a sub goal. You should make that a sub goal. Naked,
Yeah.
naked, like half naked hot tub stream. You'd get kicked immediately just because you're.
Oh
dude.
yeah, I'd get banned.
If you
Yeah.
were a woman, it'd
Just
be fine.
the second I took my shirt off,
Our
it's over.
first stream, we're 7 minutes in. You got to start it with misogyny, right?
Of course.
Anyways,
I mean, you're
So-
here, so.
yeah, the extra good looking blonde hair guy on the right. Oh, maybe it's y'all's left. I don't fucking know. That's Neo Metro. That's me.
I was gonna say Kaihan. That's what made sense to me, but I guess the one who looks like he has autism, that one's Neo Metro.
I've never seen a guy that ripped who has autism. So that's all I'm
You
gonna
have
say.
now.
And yeah, the guy in the middle, who looks like some weird culmination between the Jokel and a sewer rat, is that's Kai. That's Kai Hen. So yeah, he does a YouTube channel. So.
Mind you, canonically, I'm a zombie, but
You're
yeah.
a zombie? Wait, you're a zombie? I didn't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
fucking know this. I started a podcast with a fucking zombie and didn't know. So,
Yeah, hence the gray skin and all that good stuff.
okay, all right.
That's the unwritten lore.
Okay. So, I think your first topic here we've got is season 2 of the Shield Hero. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
So I haven't watched the dub on that. Is it any fucking good? You saying you're watching it?
Okay, I actually do like the dub of Shield Hero, but then again, people, if you don't like dub, you don't like dub. As far as people who can enjoy it, I think Shield Hero has a fairly decent dub. But they actually changed the VA between, like, for the main character, for Naofumi, they changed his voice actor between season 1 and 2, which isn't super common, especially with a leading role. But there was a really good reason this time. The season 1 voice actor came down with... Well, came down. I say it like it's a disease. It's not I mean, it's definitely not good. But he got colon cancer.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's
yeah.
what I would call not good, Kyan. Colon cancer was
Yeah.
bad.
No, colon cancer is bad. So he got colon cancer, and he had to, unfortunately, leave every project he was voice acting for, and he's taking time off work and spending time with his family. Fortunately, they were able to find a good voice actor to replace him, and at first it was kind of like, did they replace him? Because they do a very good impression of the character. They sound very similar, but when he's talking, you can definitely tell it's different. I think the first 2 episodes, if you watch the dub, you notice it a lot more because one, I feel like it was pretty last minute. The new VA is getting into character, but over time, one, obviously, it's not like they replaced him because they wanted to. It was out of necessity. And two, the new guy's decent, and it seems like they have respect for the first one. And I really hope that he gets better.
Okay, also, I've got a thing pulled up because I actually don't know it, and neither does Dizzle. I was going to actually, run a clip off YouTube real fast of the difference between the sub versus dub, because I see there's one second, I'm going to make an adjustment to your character, Dizzle. There we go. That pretty much fixes it. 60. That way it's not that black bore. Okay, that's fixed.
We're going to thief some content.
Yeah, so here we go. Oh god, there was a black bore in the middle of you, Kyan. So yeah, that was one of the first fuck ups of the stream, I guess.
I'm a little too hot. I got censored.
Okay, so I'm gonna play this now, and we'll see what the difference. So this is sub. This is gonna be a sub versus dub comparison. I just found because I don't know. I only watch sub because I'm cultured. So we'll see here.
どうせ何やってもダメダメですし。ですが。
Yeah.
リーシアお姉ちゃん、ダメダメなの？はい、ダメダメです。あ、リーシアさん。
Me too, Isha. Me too.
私にいい考えがあります。リーシアさん。
Can you stream the window in Discord?
Can I stream the what?
The window in Discord, because I can't hear it. I have to go to the stream to hear it, and then I'm hearing you guys double.
This is true.
Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so what you're gonna want to do is you're probably gonna want to stream your browser instead of OBS in Discord.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do. 1 second. Again, scuff stream guys. This is the first one. So
scuff stream.
Yeah,
Scuff stream guys.
I knew he was gonna fucking go for it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here we go.
There we go. That's better.
I'm gonna move forward in a minute, so we're not watching 2 minutes of the video. Also, spoiler alerts, I guess, anyone in stream. I don't think any of this is important, to be honest. I've been watching the series, and these are all just like dialogue cutscenes. It's not a big deal. So,
Yeah.
Not a big spoiler.
Raftalia.
Fumi talking.
そうですね。してください。私も直文さんの盾の勇者様の
How did we go from okay, just a second. We went from she's a failure to I need to be your slave. That's just, did you not think that was weird when you were watching it? It's like, please make me your slave, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of like quick. It was like, oh, all of a sudden, like she seems so temperamental. She can so easily go between like, nah, let's not, no, this is all scary. Don't force this on me.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, no, let me be a slave.
Yes, please force it on me, Horo. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and play a dub port now because we got kind of an idea.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what I use, I'll still just be a failure. Try it. Hold on, Rishia. You really think that? Yes.
And the new voice actor is Stephen Fu, something like that. I don't remember exactly what his name was. It was something along those lines. Let me actually look at it. I could pull it up.
I can say real fast, I like Raftalia's voice acting. Like Halls is actually okay.
Yeah, no, I do think it's genuinely good amongst anime dubs.
So why don't you try becoming a slave? Me? A slave?
Halls sounds like
if you become Master Naofumi's slave, then the Shield Hero's power would make you strong enough to where you wouldn't feel so badly about yourself anymore.
I like how that was basically masking for like, hey, if you become a slave, you might not be useless. That's literally what it said.
Like, you might serve a purpose for the world as a slave.
But then
Yeah.
Now take off
I
your
don't
clothes.
like horror. I will say I'm not a big fan of horror voice actor. It's very... I don't know. I'd have to hear it at a stronger moment. Does he not sound whippy at some point?
It's very generic.
I volunteered to be the shield hero slave.
It's also annoying. I have to say that.
This is just weird to me that people are just volunteering themselves to be slaves. Like, do they know what a slave is? Do they know what's going on? Do they know what they're signing up for? Because I don't think anybody would want to be a slave.
Yeah, well, in this series, it can be good if your slave master's nice, right? Master.
That's putting a lot of trust into somebody you don't really know.
That's also a huge moral conversation, actually.
If you want hard
like,
training, you're gonna get
our
it.
current understanding is a terrible thing, but in some cases, it has been good for people, even in actual historical times.
Exactly.
More recently, obviously, there's not been really many examples of it being a good thing.
Yeah, mainly a good thing for the people that have slaves. Yeah, you're right.
I think we should clarify real fast, guys, that although we are trying to highlight the historical significance of this, I don't think any of us are advocating slavery. So,
yeah,
slavery.
No, I just made a joke about the
thing,
anime.
Period.
Side note. Slavery's bad. But
in case someone didn't know, don't do a slavery anyways. So, I will say, okay, so do it real fast.
And step 1 is to stop making that.
Yeah, his is, I'm gonna be honest. So the only one I like so far is what's Raccoon Girl. What's her name? Raftalia. I like Raftalia's voice actor. Naofumi's isn't bad, but it's like the most generic, like isekai. Listen.
To stop making that noise.
Wait.
Yeah, it is much more generic in the second season at first too.
Step
Also,
one
I
is to
think
stop
because it's someone trying to match someone else's voice. What would be better even if you could find a comparison between season 1 and 2 of the dub, that might actually be better, because what the kind of thing we were talking about is the fact that they replaced Billy Camtez, or Camtez, I don't know how you pronounce his name, with Stephen Fu. This is Stephen Fu we're listening to right now, who, like I said, he did okay. I definitely I miss Billy's voice acting. He did a really good job. But I think Stephen comes into the role with more time. If I remember correctly, this is actually from episode 1. So this is he's not fully in character, I feel like, in this voice acting. I feel like he really got better at playing the character over a couple episodes of practice at playing Naofumi.
I see. Okay. So real fast though. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say what we all already knew, which is that the cultured people will watch sub. So yeah, that's really it. I'm not a big fan of it so far. It's not bad. It's not in terms of bad dubs, it's not that bad. It's
not. Yeah, it's
okay.
Not the worst dub I've ever heard. I've heard worse, a lot worse.
Oh, for sure.
I think the only dubs I ever liked were just One Punch Man and Cowboy Bebop. That's it. Those are the only 2 dubs I've ever watched and actually thought were good.
Yeah. Let me. I'm gonna go ahead and move us back though. So
I mean, I watch a pretty even amount of both. I feel like I enjoy a dub for the sake that a dub is minimum brain power to watch, and honestly, I usually wind up committing brain power to things that are more essential to my life. So, I enjoy dubs with things I'm more casual with, whereas when I get more invested in a series, I tend to move to the sub.
I see. Is the stream going well for anyone in chat? Or who's watching? Is everyone good, or are we having problems for anyone? How's the audio? Can you hear everyone equally? See what says.
Let me just go ahead and I can turn on the volume, and as long as we're still talking.
Yeah, it shouldn't interfere if you do that.
Good lord, we have 6 viewers. Who are you?
I think we have 4 now. I think 2 people abandoned us.
I mean, I've got it. Maybe I'm not caught up on my phone, but I've got it pulled up. Okay. Then again, I'm looking at the chat on my phone. You have the actual.
Neo, say something.
Something.
Okay, you're just a little quiet, but I mean, you're still good. It's not like you're nobody can hear you. You're just quieter than me and Kaihan.
Okay.
That's about it.
Okay,
yeah.
And y'all aren't echoing through my mic. It sounds good.
Yeah, no, I don't hear us. The only thing that I was hearing through your mic was the video you were playing, and that was it.
Okay, well that's normal. We'll fix that shit
Yeah,
later.
it's just
Plebs can
part of it,
deal.
I guess.
Oh, okay, no. God
Excuse
bless
me.
the 6 people watching this stream. Yeah, this is all for a stream. If you can tell, quality content. Burps into mic, advocates slavery, instant misogyny. That's everything. We've been streaming for 20 minutes. It's like By the way, slavery's bad, but sometimes
Yeah,
good.
we
And it
canceled
would be-
ourselves in the first 15 minutes. Like, I mean,
basically. So, okay. So we had.
if we ever
that.
get called out on Twitter, we just gotta double down. All right, that's about it.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
think pretty much, yeah. Listen, I didn't say we're going to go all Donald Trump mode. Like, I didn't say it was like the worst, but it's not the worst. So, anyways, slavery is obviously bad, but sometimes good. So anime.
I'm leaning back in my chair and looking at my model.
Okay.
I do have to ask. You brought up on Twitter, which you posted on the Twitter account, we would mention the fact that cosplayers were getting shamed or something for doing something regarding one of the characters in Spy X Family. If you want to dive into that, I'm not watching Spy X Family yet, nor do I keep up with social media super well, so this is good grounds for you to cover.
Before we do that, actually, I want to cover that. But before we cover that, I want to finish like just covering series real fast. Has anyone in chat like who wants to mention anything like looked at your boy Kong meme? Because I fucking love. If it hasn't been clear to anyone in Kaihen Solver who's watching right now, I fucking love that anime, and it's like it's the weirdest thing. It shouldn't make sense, but it makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna move us back over to
Yeah, boy.
the internet thing. 1 second. Let me pull. I'm gonna have to get a second monitor so that I can control everything and have all of our stuff up. You guys have no clue how hard it is because we're all in different locations right now. How hard it is to pull all of these moving avatars and Kaihen stuff and everything into one thing. Boom. And have it all move.
Well, once I heal up and everything starts going back to normal for me, then I can actually physically be there.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's gonna make it easier because
You don't think so?
No, because like we can't capsule 2 different motion capsules with one computer because I can only have one instance of face rig up at a time.
I mean, I can just bring my laptop.
You can, and that's what I was thinking. But then we're still in the same room. We'll work it out. We're gonna make it work.
Yeah.
But I have to pull this up and. Because, like, this is the most, like...
Boy, Kong meme.
The concept is so weird. Like, this is actually a half-decent... Because, like, you see so many anime now that, like, all your isekai series, it's like, oh, there's a guy and he sucked in previous life, and then he was hit by Truck-kun, and now he's been put into another world, and now he's actually cool, and all the women want him, even though he hasn't overcome any of his problems that made him unpopular in previous life. Like, that story has been told 1,000 times, and most anime stories have been told 1,000 times. Like, it's really hard to find original series anymore, and this is a cool series because it blends, like, different aspects of music and whatnot without necessarily being a musical, like, categorized series. But you pull this guy from, like, fucking 1,800 years ago, and he's strategizing, and it's, like, it's actually a completely, as far as I'm concerned, it's a pretty original storyline, which, again, is pretty rare these days. Like, it's as original as you can be. And the art is fucking awesome. Like, look at that. Look at that shit right there. Like, I actually love the art for this series.
Yeah, I love the art, too.
Fuck you, first of all, okay?
Fast.
But yeah, look at that. Like that's actually pretty sharp looking.
No, it does look good.
Yeah, and the
does this count as an isekai? Like, or is it a time travel?
Yes, it does actually. So it's an isekai into the world that we would know because no, it's not actually. It's not an isekai. He doesn't go to a different world. He
It'd be more of a time travel thing.
Yeah, it's time travel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, is it?
I mean, you could.
No.
You could justify calling it either one because you could also say something like, I don't know.
The problem is, I can tell you this. I know you haven't watched it yet, but he's actually aged down. So he dies at an older age than he is reincarnated in our older times. I mean, in all times.
Oh,
so
yeah, that would make it an isekai.
Yeah, I guess it would be an isekai because it's a form. It's not like he was just time traveled. He literally dies in the past.
And
he
comes
dies,
back and then
comes back in the future. younger than
Yeah.
he was when he died. So yeah, that's
in a
technically
quote
an isekai.
quote unquote another world. Even though it's
Yeah.
the same world, it's another world because
It's a
it is
different time. It's basically a
different
different
time
world.
period. Also, is it the same location?
No. Well, I don't think so. He ends up in modern day. What's the city? What's that? Fucking port in Japan that Kono. It's got all the anime shit. Everyone wants to go there. Shibuyahara or whatever.
Akihabara.
Yeah, that right there. There we go. That thing.
Eh. I mean, yeah, there's more than anime there. It's like almost like the tech center of Tokyo too. I'm pretty sure it is the tech center of Tokyo as well.
Actually, and I
Tokyo
want to
Tech Center.
1 second. I want to show y'all a particular this. Listen to this. So the other thing, and I don't think this will get us in trouble, but I want to just put part of this on. The vocals in this series are fucking awesome. This will give a good shot.
Yeah.
This is in like the first or second episode. This will give a good shot of the animation style and the songs, because like they sing in English mostly.
If you are worried about getting in trouble, just like push pause like every 12, 14 seconds.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll
Well,
talk
we're only
for a
gonna do
second.
part of this. We're not gonna play a fucking full clip. But here we go. For anyone. By the way, if anyone doesn't want to be spoiled, I'm sorry. This isn't really a spoiler, but yeah, it'll just give you a taste of the series.
We're sorry.
Listen to this shit, you know.
That's actually really pretty shot right there.
It is.
I gotta say.
This whole fucking series is the choreography is great.
I'm not saying too much,
Listen
but
to
I gotta say the art is nice. Yeah, no, I love it. That's very enjoyable.
And look at that, the way they got the lighting.
Even the head bobs, you know your anime's got good animation when it's got good head bobs.
Yeah, it's good. It's good shit. I really like that. So anyone watching the stream, don't do it now. Watch our stream, but afterwards, go check out your boy Kong Ming, because personally, it's one of my personal favorites in a long time. Like, it's not gonna go. I've seen like 400 fucking anime, so this isn't gonna go in my top 10 series, but it's most definitely gonna end up in like my top 30 probably if it keeps going this direction.
Just to quickly jump into something before you go over to Spy X Family news, just to break things up a little bit. Also, I want to like do a couple things where every episode I'll mention a couple like hidden gems, and the two hidden gems I wanted to mention this one out of stuff that I've watched in recent years. It seems like it didn't get a ton of attention, but the attention it did get was very positive.
Mm-hmm.
One, this one's a little bit bigger, is Odd Taxi. Anyone who's not watched Odd Taxi, it's getting a dub right now for people who like dubs, and the sub is amazing too. On top of that, just the characters are done so beautifully, and it's such an enjoyable series. I would recommend. I can't really say too much about it without spoiling anything, other than the fact that it's a walrus driving a taxi, meeting a whole bunch of people who are all related to each other in like a big crime.
Look at the stream.
Thing.
What have you done?
Yo, that wasn't me. I don't know how I'm responsible for this.
What? I typed in Odd Taxi and I found this. That is the shit of nightmares. Okay.
That's pretty scary. I don't know why you clicked on it though.
Yeah. Well, it's here and it looks like. Oh wait, is that like some fucked live action? Oh god. Odd Taxi.
Probably.
Okay.
Secondly, so look into Odd Taxi. I recommend it to everybody. A great series. It has a lot of ties. Everything's tied together, and the main character is super lovable. He's just a depressed guy driving a taxi. Very relatable. Is this a guy
where he's just talking to people about the problems when they get in the taxi?
Kind of, but he winds up driving a criminal to where they commit a crime, and then a massive like gang gets involved, and he just winds up by coincidence driving a whole bunch of them to different locations, and then everyone's invested in this guy because he knows things no one else knows, because he knows where people were that no one should know. So a whole bunch of people wind up going after him, and it's like everything's tied together. So you'll just see him pick up a totally random, normal-looking person that he has a nice conversation with, and then 3 episodes later, someone's like, "Hey, where'd you drop that person off?" And then he has to run away from them because he's being chased down by some like mob family, and that just happens constantly in the series. Like it's like everyone who he picks up is somehow related to this crime that happened, and it's a really cool series with great comedy and a very relatable main character who's just a normal guy that's had a really rough life, and it gets into some stuff psychologically too that's really interesting, and it's very introspective. I would recommend people check it out.
Do you have another recommendation before I move to the next topic? Because I have another topic before we hit the Anya stuff that I think is interesting.
Second hidden gem I want to bring out real quick is Link Click, I think is what it was called. Link Click was a Chinese anime that covered basically two private investigators with 2 different superpowers they both had that they kind of kept secret. They used to investigate people's problem. One of them can enter pictures and see, like if he looks at a picture, he can enter the picture and experience everything that was happening at the time of the pictures being taken within a certain time period around it. And he can basically observe everything in that area, even stuff not in the picture that happened for a certain duration of time before and after the picture was taken. The second guy can look at a picture and like get unnatural context from it. So what happens is the second guy can communicate with the first guy while he's in the picture, and they wind up communicating back and forth. But I think as like negative thing, the first guy experiences the emotions of the person who took the picture while he's in the picture. So it like creates a very interesting journey as you see the first, like they're private investigators. You see the first guy constantly experience firsthand these emotions of the people they're helping or people who were involved, whoever took the picture that they're helping. I might be remembering that somewhat skewed because it's been a minute since I watched it and I didn't finish it, but I want to finish it. But no one really talks about this show, and it was really good with amazing animation and great, like, the characters are what drove it. Honestly, the story itself isn't super fast-paced or amazing, but, like, the character development of the people they help in this show, like, they're all so real. It has such real problems it covers, and the dynamics between the 2 main characters are very enjoyable. So I would recommend anyone who's just looking for more anime to watch, someone who's not had enough. This is a really good series that was very overlooked.
I will say it obviously has something to it because I'm not big on like, oh, it's super high rated on Mal, so it's obviously great, because there's some shit on Mal that is not that great that gets rated really great. And there's some actually series that have a lot of bad ports, but some real gems in them as well that get rated really badly, and I think that's a shame. But anyways, it's obviously got something to it. It's ranked number 33 right now on Mal, and that's interesting because this is categorized as an ONA, not actually an anime, like an actual series. This is an ONA of some type. So
I'm not positive, but for something that ranking 33 for an anime that no one talks about, I mean, it's got to be decent, right?
Yeah, and I will say the some of the animation doesn't look that interesting to me, but the some of the shots are weird. Like, why the fuck is... Also, I'm getting some like really strong yaoi elements out of this, but it doesn't...
Oh yeah, no, it does have a, like, I don't think that's really an element of the show, but it definitely caters to a particular audience at times with a little bit of teasing and whatnot.
What are you trying to say, Kai-Hen? Should I be worried? Should I be...
I mean, that's up to you. What do you mean? What's there to be worried about?
I don't know.
You wanna extrapolate that a little bit?
No, I don't actually.
Do some extrapolation, please.
I will extrapolate to the next topic because I don't want to get us canceled. So,
I think you should extrapolate some bitches on your dick. How about that?
Nope. I don't need any of those. I've got I don't know, lots of.
Are you sure about that? Maybe you should extrapolate.
Dude, that sounds so fucked up in context of the dick. It's like, oh man, that sounds like you're gonna peel it like a banana. No, thank you. So, anyways, beyond dick peeling, hot take from Snizzle Dizzle. He's saying Hunter x Hunter is the only real anime. That's fucking
Yeah,
wrong.
it's true.
Well, he's
No,
right.
it's
50.
not.
I'm 58 episodes into it, and I absolutely love it. I haven't really wanted to watch anything else
I mean,
except for like summertime rendering, but I've been watching more Hunter x Hunter, so I'm kind of behind on summertime rendering. So
Bro, just finish Hunter x Hunter and then read the manga and then join us in agreeing that it's the best thing ever made.
it is.
obviously.
It is. I love I love when the fights happen. It's pretty good.
On a scale of
I love-
1 to your favorite anime, it's 8 times better than your favorite anime.
I like how.
Yeah,
he
well,
was-
I am a diehard Cowboy Bebop fan, so kind of hard to say that, but it's easily number 2. Easily. Out of all the animes
Really?
I've ever watched, Hunter x
It's
Hunter's
number
number 2.
Oh man. Okay. Listen. I'm just gonna be the black sheep here and say that Hunter x Hunter isn't even close to my top 10. So.
Bro, your top 10 must be trash.
No,
Yeah,
my
for
top-
real.
my
If
top
Hunter
10
x Hunter ain't even in there, dude, your top 10, what is it?
It's
Okay.
not close.
Probably
okay.
like Boku no Piku or something. I don't know.
Have you
Have y'all-
finished Hunter x Hunter and it's not close to your top 10? That's kind of gross.
Again, I've
Yeah.
watched a lot of anime. Okay, tell me this, dude. Kaihin, tell me this. You've seen Devil May Cry, baby, right?
Actually, no, it wasn't super appealing to me, so I didn't watch it. But
Okay, well, I would put it
Right.
above Hunter x Hunter. So
okay, maybe I'll give it a chance just because of that. But maybe not, because apparently you put a lot above Hunter x Hunter. Like,
dude, there's a lot of good anime. Okay, Kimi no Nawa. Is Kimi no Nawa and A Silent Voice above Hunter x Hunter?
okay, we want to talk about hot takes. I don't
I'll
like
tell
the
you,
Silent Voice.
I've never heard
You
of any of
don't
these
like A
animes.
Silent Voice?
Dude, Neo, I've never heard of any of these animes, and let me tell you why. Because they're not better than Hunter x Hunter. I heard of that one. I'm watching that one.
Okay,
And
well,
that one's
first
pretty
of all,
good. So point
I
been
should-
made.
it's
That's
because
it.
you
The
all-
conversation's
clarify-
over.
No.
I win.
let's
I
just
should clarify,
clarify.
It's not that I dislike.
It's
It's not that I
because-
dislike a silent voice. It's
Yeah.
just not. It's not something I enjoyed as much as other people did, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna rewatch it on my own to hopefully get more emotional impact from it. But I was so angry at the characters for the majority of the show that I mean the majority of the movie, that I was just like, how do people feel any emotion in this movie that isn't anger?
that isn't angle. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't have that. A Silent Voice was very like I can see at the beginning, but like the majority of the movie after the time skip from the beginning is him like trying to atone for basically how much of a piece of shit he was in the past. And you're watching this kind of death and rebirth process of the characters. Like I can understand at the beginning, yes, but like everyone in the series also realizes that, and the whole focus of the plot is like, how are these people going to like change and become better? And you're watching again, it's a death and rebirth story. It's like, hey, kids can suck and people do bad things, but you're not necessarily always defined by like your
I know.
past.
I know
tell you
you're in
what,
the middle.
I'll watch it this week, and we can talk about it in episode 2 more in depth. It can be a big topic in episode 2.
I know you fellas are in the middle of a topic, but even Maury says the same thing. He says, I've seen over 200 anime, and Hunter x Hunter is at the second spot on his list still. So,
Okay, well, Maury,
hell yeah.
what? Fuck you.
It's 3
I've
against 1.
Seen over 400
Me, Kaihen, and
series.
Maury say the same thing, and like Neo's just
Okay.
like, bro, it's not even in my top 10. man."
Maury likes
Not
School
even in my
Days.
top 10.
LOL. So that's not even.
Didn't you like School Days?
No, I hated School Days. It's the worst fucking anime. It's it's not the worst now, but it's literally one of the worst anime ever. So
You told me like when you saw it, you were like, I liked it, but I hated the ending.
no,
That's
I
what you told
didn't.
me
I
when
would
we
have
watched
never
it.
said that. I hated the whole anime. Anyways, the real fast though, I'm just gonna say, I do think those multiple series better than Hunter x Hunter, like easily. Like
Oh,
Hunter
no,
x Hunter
I
is
think-
great. In terms of shonen, I'm gonna finish this point. In terms of shonen, it is one of the best shonens. But personally, and I think this is like preference of like what you look for in a good anime series. Like what is your, because like it's like music, okay? I listen to all music, but I prefer punk rock, okay, and rapcore. Country, regardless of how good the songs are, almost no country song is going to be in my top 10. Okay, so when it comes to stuff like this, I like
For Country Road, right?
No, I like comedic. I like comedic comedies, and I like comedic comedies. That made no sense. I like romantic comedies and things like that, sort of slice of life stuff where you get lore and, you know, some fantasy stuff. You know, shonen's great, but there's not that many shonen that are going to end up in my top 10. Okay, like Hunter x Hunter isn't going to do it. It's good. It's good, but it's not near as good as Kimi no Na. Okay, that was a masterpiece. It's not as good as Full Metal Alchemist. Not even close to as good as Full Metal Alchemist. Brotherhood, that is. It's not as... Go ahead.
I think also that comes down to personal preference for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like as far as a masterpiece and the word masterpiece goes, like there's a lot of things that fit the word masterpiece, and I would definitely say Hunter x Hunter is one of those things. But
no.
again, no, I would defend that to my grave. But that comes down to personal preference. If you're just not as into it, you're just not as into it. But the vast majority will disagree with you on the point of you thinking Hunter x Hunter is not a masterpiece.
I think it depends. I'm not gonna say, like, I guess we
honestly,
also would,
I just got something to add to that. I don't know how much of a masterpiece it is. I really do just like the anime a lot.
Yeah,
and a lot of people do. It's a very popular anime, and the thing, because there's two versions. There's the 1999 version and there's the 2011
the
like
2011
remake. I don't know.
Best.
Yeah, and like the 2011 version is supposedly better than the 1990. I don't know why. I haven't seen the 1999 version yet, but
yeah,
I'm pretty sure there's reasons for that.
Yeah. Well,
so
the
as far as like the whole masterpiece goes, just because of that fact, I'm not sure if it's absolutely just like a masterpiece, but I know it's a good anime.
My issue with Hunter x Hunter has a lot of really strong points. My issue, and I want to pull up something real fast.
And yeah, just while you're pulling this up real quickly, if by definition of masterpiece, that's also super subjective too. If you want to compare it for one to Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, I would also call Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood a masterpiece. But I think a huge important point of any like anime and how it gets fans and how entertaining it is as a hook. And you can't tell me that the first episode of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood was good.
Okay. Wait, it was very good. Why would you say
No,
it's bad?
What's up, Damien?
It was so
Hey, Daddy D, how do it be,
unentertaining.
my man? But no, seriously, why would you say that it's not good? What was the bad part of it? I thought the pacing was good. It gives you all the basics as to why the fuck they're struggling the way they all.
There was no hook for me. Like I feel like a show needs like a masterpiece and other things. If you're gonna be really, really critical with it, it needs to have something that invests you in the world in the first episode. Or the characters, and I didn't have either one of those. I didn't feel invested, and that's maybe also a personal preference.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's a failure of emotional like shit on your part because
I don't remember the first episode. I don't remember the first episode of Brotherhood, but I do remember. I that was another anime I really liked too. Was Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Okay, so this is why I'm gonna say that's a failure on your part because so the first episode is when they fight the Ice Alchemist, and then you get the backstory for how Ed's mother died. How their mother died. So the first episode of FMAB is them fighting the Ice Alchemist. Yeah. No, I mean there's a lot here. You get.
Are you sure the mother thing was in the first episode?
I think so. 1 second. I mean the fight.
Well,
we
Maury says something similar. They said that Brotherhood first episode is just pretty much filler, to be fair. And
that's
probably.
How I remember it too. I think you're capping right now, actually.
Wait, what do you mean? Okay, listen. I'm old. I'm a boomer. What do you mean when you say I'm capping?
You're tripping, bro. You're tripping.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You're fucking crazy, dog. You're fucking whack, dude.
Before you were born, tripping's been around for so long.
Listen, I've never been hip with the kids. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, bro, me saying you're tripping, that's like a saying from like the 80s, dude. Come on.
No, I think.
But I think
disagree.
I think there's a point. I think that's a pretty good point. It's just filler because I mean, like you said, it just kind of explains the backstory and everything. So,
But no,
which is
that-
fine.
that's
There's
not
nothing wrong
filler.
with that.
That's definitionally not filler then if it contributes to the plot. Like, because I mean, filler is not something that contributes to the plot. It's literally filler. It's something meant to take up space
I
without
mean,
providing
I
value
feel
to
like
the series.
that's their way of catching you up. Yeah, filler.
Well, no, that's not filler. No, that's not filler. Filler
Oh.
is literally just something to take up space without contributing value to like the series as a whole.
I don't remember the backstory being in the first episode, so we can watch it later if you want, just to double check.
We don't have to,
Um,
but I will fucking die on this hill for FMAB episode 1. Yes, not the best episode. I'm not going to say it was the best episode.
Oh no,
But you
that's
see
not
one
even
of the
debated.
more powerful alchemists in the series, and then also see the Fuhrer for the first time. It wasn't in the manga. That was what I meant. It wasn't really. Okay, so I'm interested. Was the Ice Alchemist not in the manga? I'm interested in that. 1 second. Ice Alchemist manga. Was he not in the manga?
No.
I'm just curious on
Like-
that real fast because I'm not saying it
When I-
wasn't filler. No, I will say
When I
it
was
wasn't
watching
filler. It wasn't filler because it contributed to the plot of the show. Like, it introduced you to the characters and showed you a powerful like deal. Yeah, I don't think it was filler. It doesn't qualify as filler. It contributed to the plot.
I don't feel like it was structured well. Just watching it, and that's personal preference, I'm sure. I'm not saying that I think that it didn't have any emotional aspect to it or that it was the worst thing
There
ever.
you go.
But for a show that I would call a masterpiece, because I would call Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood a masterpiece, for a show I would call a masterpiece, has one of the worst first episodes of all masterpiece type shows.
Yeah, because it's most definitely a masterpiece. Of a
If you just
series.
compare it to other things, that's a fine first episode. But it did not. I would never have expected to enjoy the show as much as I did from the first episode. The first episode was very underwhelming.
Okay, I can get with that. That is not a take I have an issue with. And I will say this. What I would say is there's a lot of anime original content added to animes these days. That was less common back then, but it's still a thing. I would say absolutely because it is. It's anime original content, but I would not call it filler because definitionally, if you're talking about filler, Naruto had a bunch of filler. Okay, Bleach had a lot of filler. All these, a bunch of series have filler. Okay, filler doesn't contribute to the plot, though. Filler is just something, it's like a side quest or story. It's something meant to take up space and contribute nothing to the overarching thing. But
Yeah.
this
I feel like
that makes
there's room for
yeah.
argument on the definition of filler.
That
for
makes
sure.
sense
You're
because,
valid.
well, I mean, that makes more sense to me because, I thought filler was just recap, this is what happened last time we left off or whatever.
It can be, but that's not what episode 1 does. So when you're introduced to the Ice Alchemist in this, if you're watching FMAB, and you're watching this first fight, you don't know anything about the series. It's all new content. It's literally just an introduction to the plot and kind of I guess what's going on, which is hey, these guys can manipulate metal and shit, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, it makes better sense to me.
Yeah, so
I think.
I'll
I mean,
agree. Sorry, go
I'm
ahead.
just not a big fan of that style of introduction to a show because,
I agree.
yeah, you can enjoy a fight scene anytime, but if I don't have any context on what's happening, that fight scene was a tenth as cool as it would have been with literally any context.
I agree. If they had introduced the series, because I was remembering it wrong, I have figured out. So they didn't go back on their story until the second and third episode, I think.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. So I think the FMAB, the first one. Well, fuck. I don't know. We can't go back and look at it right now.
It's not like it was a horrible episode or
Yeah,
something
again.
bad,
Yeah.
but it was so mid. It
I
was
agree.
so
I
mid.
agree. I actually think the Ice Alchemist thing could have been way better as anime original content if they had done it later in the series. So if we'd actually started with Ed and, but then again,
If I cared about the main character yet, if I cared about what I was watching, I would have enjoyed it more.
I
you know?
agree. I agree. Because
Also, two things I gotta go ahead and mention here. Thank you for the follow, Captain Drag and Damien. I just saw that come up on my side, so gotta pay attention. Maybe call those out every once in a while.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I
Sorry about that.
didn't mean to interrupt, but go on, boys.
No,
I
that's
apologize.
good. Yeah, and by the way, Damien, D-Daddy, thank you for the follow again. Oh, hey, and we've got, and that's Captain Drag. Okay, so
Yep.
Captain Drag's the one you mentioned, Maury. and Damien also followed us.
Yeah.
So
I think I've got everybody caught up now.
And,
So all the follows should be
All
good.
you beautiful people deserve wholesome kisses on the forehead.
yes, well,
Except
most
for Maury.
definitely on the forehead.
I'll kiss Maury on the forehead because he agrees with my take on Hunter x Hunter. Okay.
Okay,
So he
well-
gets big kiss on the forehead.
That's right. He's gonna spit in your mouth.
Great.
But-
That's hot. All right.
Oh my god. I will say last thing I'm gonna say real fast to the audience here. Sorry again, guys, that we don't when you're liking and doing things, it's not like popping up on the screen. We literally did all of this like we thought we had this shit ready to go, and then everything broke, and we're still setting up.
And then
scenes.
yeah, at like 3:59, we're like, okay, let's go live. We get into this Twitch account. And it was like nothing was set up. None of the scenes.
Everything
nothing.
broke.
So then we were like, okay, 30 minutes late. Let's make everything run in 30 minutes. And thank Neo for doing all the work and making that happen.
Yeah, next time for sure, we will most definitely have it to where when y'all follow, it fucking pops up and does the notifications on stream, and we've got chat talking on the side and all that. I've just got to get in here and set that up for next stream.
Get used to some rituals for when people follow. We'll have a standard thing. We'll come into character.
Yeah, and I will say again, it's gonna be us three and sometimes some guests every Sunday at 6 p.m. CDT. So,
or for those of you on best time, West Coast Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m.
Yeah, if you live in the communist side of the states, yes. Okay, so near Washington and all those. What?
Submit to Kami Mommy.
Oh God, no! Don't ever say that again. Oh God. Okay, guys, I lied. I don't know if we're doing this anymore. This might be the last stream.
Well, it was great doing the podcast with you guys. I think I gotta go now.
Okay.
You might have to email Twitch staff.
Yeah.
Oh no.
God. So next, fast. We're gonna do next. Next topic. Oh God, I feel so dirty. Does anyone have any fuel? God, I need something to bathe with right now on stream. I feel so dirty.
I'm so proud of myself.
Okay. 1 second. I'm gonna move this over to talking. I'll next. What's our next topic?
You still haven't talked about the thing with the cosplay.
Okay.
No, yeah, the Spy X whatever thing.
Yeah, and actually I lied. Okay, so anyone, there's not really going to be any spoilers here, so no spoiler alert, but you're going to see characters from Spy X Family, so that's not really an issue. This is Anya, the pink-haired little girl. She is the most precious thing ever. Okay, Anya is the best. Okay. Literally probably the best part of Spy X Family is Anya and like all the crazy antics that she gets introduced into. I won't tell you why those antics are crazy. There's a few character details that neither one of the lead characters know about her. Adult lead characters know about her. Yeah?
I think it's important. Maury mentioned, just if you need help getting over the Kami Mami thing, and Maury can send you in your DM some meat tent. If you need some meat tent to clear everything you're thinking. That might help.
I should clarify for anyone watching this so that you don't think that we're absolute horrible pieces of shit. Do not look up Meat Tent, okay? I warn you.
I'm already on it.
It's the shit
So
of
I hope
nightmares.
all of you have looked up Meat Tent.
I think this is what this is going to become. Just me trying to have like halfway decent takes while everyone attacks me and just oh no. Okay.
Yeah,
no.
this is kind of disturbing.
Bro.
Is it just like full of like pig guts and shit like that?
Whoa! How do you know?
I like how
What if it's,
originally
sports
it was
intestine?
okay, and then he pulls it up and is like, okay, yeah, no, Neo's got a point here, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like stomach churning or anything. It's just definitely
It's
like,
meat
man,
tent.
I could have definitely been all right not seeing this for like the rest of my life. But hey,
Says
you know,
Meat Tent and gets demonetized on YouTube.
you just take every day you can and just keep going, keep
Okay.
swimming, keep
So-
swimming, keep on swimming.
Back to the Anya topic real fast. So I did not actually prepare well for this, but because I should have photos of the cosplay that caused controversy. But let's just say people don't have a serious problem for some reason. It's just the fucking Twitter mob going on, and if you cosplay Anya, even aged up, so if you do a aged up version of Anya or anything, so not a fucking child, but obviously someone who's 20 or 30 years old in an Anya cosplay, these people on Twitter are trying to cancel artists and stuff and call them fucking pedophiles and stuff like that. It's horrible. And then we've seen this with multiple anime series now. This is one of the problems I have now with anime is that a couple years
wasn't
ago...
that you might be already you might be just about to be mentioning this, but what if that whole college girl thing, with the big titties and everything, everybody, that people made the similar
oh my God.
they had a similar I love that picture.
Oh yeah.
But but people had a similar thing to that, and it's just I don't know, it's just Twitter mob mentality. It's just awful. It's been just a fucking cesspool of idiots. It's really all it is.
Yeah, it was Umaki, what was her name?
Uzumaki, right?
Yeah, Damien says that would be a perfect thumbnail for our stream. We could just make that a thumbnail for our YouTube or something.
You know what?
Our YouTuber.
That is a perfect thumbnail, dude. This man is living his best life.
Okay,
I'm so happy with this man. He's sitting there. I think is that a Korean wine bottle? I can't tell.
1 minute. We're gonna go the dangerous territory here. No, we're not actually.
Uzaki-chan. That's who I was talking about.
Yeah,
I feel like
knows.
Opening Twitter by itself is dangerous territory on stream.
Yeah, very bad idea. Unless you know exactly what post you want to go to.
I will say this: Bunny Ayumi, a Bunny GIF, did a really good cosplay of Uzaki, and this was so.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So Bunny is amazing. But this is her cosplay. So that whole thing that they will let's see, versus anime. 1 second. Here's Uzaki-chan. Okay. This is the character that people were bitching about as a child. They were literally saying,
they're that's a 14-year-old with hypersonic nuclear ICBMs as titties, bro. They're over-sexualizing women and 14-year-old teenage girls, and it's just isn't she fucking 22 in the anime or something like
literally,
that?
she's an adult in the anime in college. I like how you were everyone's worried about Russia, but these are the bombs we should be concerned about. These right here.
Yeah, these are definitely the bombs we should be concerned about them dropping on the United States. Japan had them for the longest time, and we just turned a blind eye to it.
Exactly.
Those son of a bitches.
Whoa! I don't know who was turning blind eyes. My eyes have not been blind to this. I've looked at this a fair bit.
I will say how do I put this? But it was crazy because people were saying that, and then it wasn't just Bunny either. There were a bunch of cosplayers that came out and cosplayed. Why is it blurry now? Why won't it clear up? There were a bunch.
I don't know.
And Bunny is obviously a grown woman. I think she's close to 30 now. I don't know. I'm sorry, Bunny, if that's wrong. No one clip this and send it to Bunny and say that.
Yep, send it to Bunny.
Actually, whatever he says,
random dude on the internet.
The Anime Tiddy Podcast does not know the age of Bunny Ayumi. Neo
just let her know. Some dude on their first podcast is already bagging on her. So.
Oh no, Bunny! Just so you know, I like you, Bunny. Don't listen to them.
Immediately went to you just for content.
Yeah, but look, I mean, obviously there are real women who have this body type, so it's obviously not a fucking kid. Because literally, so you know. Not trying. Okay, if anyone does clip this, Bunny, I'm sorry. I gotta be real though. I'm sure you don't mind. Bunny's tits are actually this is she's
some bazooka bagunkers.
She does, and I don't think
some hunga gunga balunga goes.
Let's just say I've seen things, and they're most definitely real. So this is not stuffing. So fuck you, Kaihin.
I just did me in the chat. Holy shit, the dog has head tracking.
Wait, what's wrong with my head tracking?
No, nothing's wrong with it. Damien was just shocked. He just realized, this man.
Oh,
I love you, but sometimes you're so slow on the uptake. You're watching for like 10 minutes, and then you're like, the dog's head is moving.
Well, because when Neo goes to his web browser and starts clicking on stuff, my avatar freezes. So like it'll freeze in like a whack pose or something like that, and then like he'll click back and it just starts moving again. So it's probably what tripped him out there is because it was probably frozen and then it started moving again.
We'll have that fixed next stream too. I'm just gonna have to put a second monitor on, and that way it can stay up. But I will say one thing I was thinking earlier. Every so often, I guess you like lean back in your chair and the head just moves backwards, and I'm like,
Yeah,
wow, so
I'll lean back. It's funny when I lean back in my chair what my character does. So I'm leaned
like,
back right
wow,
now, waiting for it to go.
This stream is so scuffed that our co-host is literally trying to break his own neck right now. He couldn't even make it through the first one.
There it is.
So...
I'm leaned back in my chair right now, and that's what it looks like.
It was a bit more like disturbing, Oleo. But yeah, no, please don't. Please fix your eyes. So, anyways, oh, whoa, ooh, broken things. There we go.
You broke it.
There we go. No one's seen anything. Okay, so all the more reason we don't have our webcams on. I don't really know if anyone watching the stream right now could handle the level of sexy that would be revealed if my webcam was on. So,
I mean, you could probably just go to my stream and look at what my face looks like.
yeah. I mean, it's not like I don't literally have videos of me singing in Kaihin Sobel, so.
Yeah.
But
This man with his
beyond that,
his
so
greasy
we've
ass
kind of
blonde
touched
hair.
on this. People are dumb, twiddle socks, controversy, bullshit. I fucking love this so much. I hate it and I love it. That's
That's
great.
beautiful. That's peak thumbnail material.
Yeah, you have to admit though, these Anya cosplays, that is adorable. It's really bad, but it's also adorable. God, I hate that actually. God, oh God.
The less pixels I can see, the more adorable it is.
Yeah. 1 second. Actually, I don't know how to feel about that. That's fucking... That's kind of okay. That pose is fucking weird. I'm sorry to whoever this is. Kitty. I can't click on you.
What's
because-
that character's name?
1 second.
Yeah.
Kitty? Who's Kitty? Oh, Kitty does some good stuff. Look at this. Oh, that's not Kitty. That's someone else. I don't know what this
Excuse me? What is that character's name?
Anya? This one?
Anya. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Anya. Anya from Spy Family. Well, this isn't. This is a cosplay of Anya, so obviously. But okay, so we've covered that. Twiddle sucks. People are stupid. People should be able to cosplay whoever the fuck they want. What do you mean, Neo? Your default? What do you mean?
You're just the default Fortnite skin, bro. That's what that means.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, actually,
You're the default Fortnite skin doing the default Fortnite dance.
I'm literally not. This is literally a custom avatar.
Yep. No, you're just default.
I like how you're literally the default in face rig, and I'm actually the default.
I'm no default. I am the Doge in face rig. I'm far from the default, bro. You want to see the default? The default is more cursed than Doge, bro.
I like how Damien is... Imagine saying that I, of all fucking people, am the baseline for humanity. If the majority of people were like me, this world would be absolutely fucked. So,
Yeah.
you know.
I was gonna be like over. It'd be
Yeah.
over.
Listen, I would have
Be no
launched
more
the
people.
nukes a long time ago. So, okay, next topic. What do we have? That's like most of our anime shit for the day, right?
I do think so. I think we can. I mean, we already covered the fact Round Hunter is clearly the only anime.
Yeah.
And we covered all the fake anime stuff, for the fake animes out there. So yeah, I think we're ready to move on to like tech.
Yeah, I would. Well, are we gonna move on to tech or gaming? I know that like gaming's. Let's do gaming because the gaming. And let's do the Genshin because that's a good follow up to anime. As much as I hate Genshin, by the way, I hate Genshin. Genshin, it looks great. I'm sure it plays good. I'm not a big fan of
Genshin.
MiHoYo.
If you like look into like the story of Genshin, it's really cool. It's
yeah.
a really
The lore is
cool
great.
world. The world is great, but I just hate how it's got the paywall behind it. It's huge. There's no getting over it.
I will say I disagree with that. You can definitely play free to play and get through the entire story with like.
Oh, yeah.
difficulty. Like,
Yeah, no, I'm saying like
if
if
you
you
want to be a
want
big part of the
to,
gacha system, there's a paywall. But like, if you just want to experience the game, there's not content in the game you can't clear free to play.
I will say,
I don't know.
as far as free to play animes go with third third person perspective like fighting styles, this is probably the best game animation and like choreography, like all the fight, how they do it. This is probably one of the best games as far as animation and fight styles concerned that you can get for free, like ever, quite literally.
I mean, like
Go ahead.
the community of people who've spent money on the game is obviously a big one, because this game broke the record and has made more money than any other game ever in its first year.
Oh yeah, I think they made like $820 million in its first year, and they released in September. So that just goes to show.
So I'm gonna sound old, but there's a game called Dragon's Nest that is not near as good looking. It was obviously way worse.
Oh yeah, I remember Dragon's Nest.
I fucking loved Dragon's Nest. It had a very similar perspective and fight style, I think. I may be wrong in that, but I think it did. It was a really fun game. I still played it on mobile, actually till like 2020, and then a little bit on desktop. I fucking wasted no telling how many hundreds of hours in this game.
Yeah.
So
You know the Guns server that we were playing on, Guns the Duel.
yeah.
You remember that?
Oh god.
Well, they have a bootleg Dragon's Nest server up. So
Can I get you to look up the Yelan trailer? Like, look up Genshin Yelan trailer. That's the newest character. She came out with patch 2.7.
Is it along with Divinity?
It'll be a YouTube trailer thing that we can kind of just like watch and talk over.
Yeah, just go to like Genshin's YouTube channel.
Just right. We're gonna if 10 seconds after we start it, it's gonna be like this stream has ended. You've been fucking hit by Mihoyo.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's gonna have the hot blue chick.
Hot blue chick. I like how we've gone
chick with
back
blue
to
hair.
misogyny.
That one.
Okay, this one. Okay, let's take a look.
Yeah. So this character is the newest one. She's super awesome. The newest story quest with I think we can just play this in the background, like, you know, while I talk.
I will say right now I don't want us talking when while we're playing things, because it's I don't know about on your side, but on my side it's Willy scuffed. It's hard for me to hear you and play this because I'm everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Duly noted.
Yeah.
In that case, I'll just spit this out real quick. Yelan is the newest character. She's in the story quest, and the 2.7 story quest is maybe the best Genshin's story quest has ever been. Which is actually saying something, because it's been pretty good before. So you can watch a little bit of the trailer and you can tell me what you think of the character, Neo.
Okay, real quick before we play this trailer, I have to respond to Damien. Just to clarify, Damien, yeah, so 3 million, I want everyone to know why I'm against Genshin. It actually has nothing to do. Again, the game looks awesome. I'm sure there's cool shit about it. I in general don't like to support Chinese created games, and so that by default anything that MiHoYo touches, or in a lot of cases Tencent. And the reason for that is the Chinese are doing really horrible things like the Uyghur concentration camps, which is literally the genocide of millions of people right now. So not saying you should feel horrible if you play Genshin. I probably have a bunch of shit in my house that was made in China. But yeah. I personally choose to abstain from Chinese products and things as much as I can. So it's not that the game is bad. It's that I don't like things that make China a lot of money, because it's going to really horrible things in general.
Or that gives them a vessel for them to basically spy on you when you don't even fucking live in China. Because basically that's just a part of Genshin.
Yeah,
you have to agree to their policy terms that are coming out of China. So
yeah, I guarantee you guys. Just to clarify, anyone who's like listening right now, Neo IOL, I am a network systems engineer and administrator. Like, I actually build Lord's communication networks and monitor and maintain them. For very large commercial customers. I've done stuff for small businesses with 10 employees to businesses that are tens of millions of dollars in value. So Like I've worked on a lot, and I can tell you that when you download these apps, like anything made by any of these companies, including Genshin, does a lot of stuff. Like it's pulling your contact list, it's pulling your recent calls, it's pulling sites you've visited, metadata, all that shit's getting generated into a profile on the side of that company and being sent over to the CCP, which is the Chinese Communist Party. Because by the way, even if you are a software company, if you are or say you are an American-based company and you have headquarters in China too, you actually have to have a representative of the CCP that like is part of your board and sees everything about the company, like that reports back and makes sure it's okay with the government and in Chinese restrictions and all that. So you're not getting around that. It's really rough.
That said,
yeah.
We can get into this more after the trailer too.
Yeah, let's. But
yeah, let's watch the trailer.
Okay, because this is pretty dope.
Leaving the city? It's a real jungle out there. They say there's this group of guys now who always come out in the rain, since it drowns out the cries for help and washes away any sign of a struggle.
That all sounds perfect.
You sure have nerves of steel, ma'am.
Stop! Now hand over your goods!
Bandits! Help! Help!
Been waiting long? I figured. Well, the waiting game is over.
Okay, so I just have to clarify. The whole animations are cool. The music, though, the old sax music, I'm not sure how to feel about this. Am I watching a fight scene or like the lead up to some like really weird 1990s hentai?
Let's finish.
It's some weird shit. I'm gonna be honest. I like the sax. Yeah, it's just like you can't.
What's up, Jazzy?
Well, the waiting game is over.
Jazzy's here, bro.
Look at this. Look at that. Okay. See, that is not a fight-in pose. That is a come meet like mommy pose, and then the sax starts. Oh yeah, those legs. We've got to have that really sexy leg shot, you know.
Yeah, why not, bro? Is she a bow user?
Gotcha.
Do I even need to say why this is obviously like a problem?
A problem? You got a problem?
I mean, someone's got a problem, but
but it's not that guy.
Okay, so they're obviously catering to their audience, you know.
That's a smart company.
But I just had to stop on this. Like, okay, yep,
for sure.
Thank you for the follow, Jazzy.
Hey, Jazzy, thank you for the follow.
Revealed my plans to you in advance.
Mio had to whack off
and
real
you
quick.
didn't think to.
Oh,
what
he's
the
gotta
fuck
whack
did
off
you
again.
just say?
Well, you paused it for a nice long time. I don't know. I thought you were just like one pump jumping it over there. Took you a while to start it back up.
I'm so fucking
You were looking for the lotion.
Please, God, kill me now.
Okay, if you want.
You know what? Oh God, okay.
To run. What can I say? Much obliged.
let me go! You'll never see me again!
Oh, so now you're afraid. Oh, I'm sorry, but this is too little, too late.
No, wait! I know who gave you away! I'll tell you! No, I'll take you to them myself!
Smart decision. Get up.
Yeah, so all I'm gonna say is that entire thing is Suxy Lady dominates bandits. Like, that's literally the hentai without the hentai.
I can't wait to watch Tectone spend $2,200 just to get 30 Wolfstone graves or Wolf gravestones, whatever the fucking sword is. Again, just like he did with Hu Tao when she came out.
Oh, that was insane.
I fucking watched him. He like got the legendary weapon twice before he got her, and he spent like $2,500. It was absolutely nuts.
That's fucking crazy.
But without getting too politically into your moral views and reservations about Genshin, which are very understandable.
We're
glad you were
good.
able to
We'll
state
drop
them.
that. We'll drop that. The Chinese will, yeah.
Well, actually, to jump, kind of sidestep that in a similar direction, did you realize it seems like Genshin's moving to Singapore?
Yeah, I told him about this a while ago, but it's so
they're actually, because like the Communist Party was actually going after Genshin for a few character designs, and Genshin's trying to keep its creative freedom. So it looks like as a company they're rebranding as HoYoverse, and on top of that, they're now being published by Cognosphere, which is a Singapore company. And it seems like they've not spoken on it. Obviously, they're trying to avoid getting themselves in any trouble they can. But from the context clues we have, it looks like as a company, they're leaning towards moving towards like a different country, simply for the sake of being able to have their freedom.
They're definitely trying to get the fuck out of China, and we are seeing that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. I will say this. If they are successful in getting out of China and things like that, I would absolutely not be opposed to playing the game. If this is originally is this originally developed by MiHoYo, or was this a smaller game that they bought out and revamped?
No, this was originally developed by them.
Okay, so here's my only gripe, though. I'm gonna say this, because MiHoYo's not moving out of Japan. China. That's not happening. Okay. So the only way that Genshin gets out of China is if they sell out basically the brand, which isn't gonna fucking happen. No one's buying this from MiHoYo. It's too much of a cash cow right now. We'll see. But I'm gonna be very wary of the details. I'm not gonna be okay with MiHoYo has moved its headquarters to Singapore. That means literally nothing to me if MiHoYo still owns it. So
from what I understand, that's part of why they've rebranded as HoYoverse. Is I think HoYoverse is technically a subsidiary company.
Yeah,
it looks like they're trying to. Since I think HoYoverse is also based out of Singapore. I might be wrong though. I think they're trying to sell the game to their subsidiary company that's not in China.
Yeah, I think MiHoYoverse is based out of Singapore, but it says on their website currently headquartered in Shanghai. So
well, and just to clarify, as someone who has formed businesses that'll actually limited liability corporations and knows how corporations work fundamentally, I can tell you that being a subsidiary of a company, even if the subsidiary is based in another country, the fact that the parent company is based somewhere else, that affects things very greatly. I don't care if they have a subsidiary in another country. It needs to be a completely different company that owns it, that is not in any way headquartered in China. If that is not the case, then I don't trust it.
We'll see how that develops further as a situation.
Cool news.
But just to point that out, because it was related to your hang up, even though it's not necessarily a solution to the hang up, it's definitely related to it.
We're talking about the other company they have, Damien. Yeah, MiHoYo is in China, but there's another one that they have that's secondary called MiHoYoverse, or was it?
It's just HoYoverse. So just
HoYoverse.
YO-verse.
Yeah. Jazzy was like, hey, it's almost like China sucks. I'll say this. Just to clarify, guys, I don't want to do a racism. I have no problem with Chinese people. Of
course.
I've dated plenty of Asian women, okay? I like, as a matter of fact, like I was literally just talking about an anime with a guy from ancient China, you know, your boy Kong Ming. Like that is an ancient philosophical like strategist, tactician who did exist, Zhang Kong Ming. There's lots of, and I really like a lot of ancient Chinese history. It's interesting shit. And there's a lot of cool stuff.
I have
there.
Chinese friends.
But you know what? I have like a black friend. What can I say? You know, I'm not racist. But no, seriously though, the thing is, my problems are more with the CCP, in particular, and the fact that you really can't like get into these things and escape that right now. Like their tentacles are on everything. So that's it. Enough of that. We've covered that. We'll probably cover.
We're all our own individuals with our own individual opinions. The podcast isn't really political in any direction. We're just talking about anime, tech, and gaming. Yeah, we're just here for people who love the same things as us.
Actually, Damien, you're not my only black friend. That was a joke. I come from a place where like I was moved to classrooms in high school so that I would be the only white kid in the class. So it's like I'm more than used to that. Most of my friends were of different ethnicities and races when I was growing up, so it's not an issue.
I gotta say, this is really funny. It's something that's always been funny, but due to your like it's actually not a bad speech impediment at all. I love making fun of it, but it's not really that bad. But due to it, half the time you say white, it sounds like you're saying right, which is so bad.
Or like particular, you say particular. Particular.
If you guys will excuse me, I have a shotgun to load. I've had enough. It's it. You know what? My entire life, I'm done.
Thord. Yeah, third as Thord too.
Okay, fuck you, Damien. Okay, you know what? Maybe you're not my only black friend. Maybe we're not friends. Anyways. Oh, I'm kidding. You're okay, Damien. You're okay sometimes, I guess. Maybe. Possibly. So yeah, enough of that. Let's move on to another topic. Fast. We went over... And by the way, we'll fucking cover... I am interested in that MiHoYo shit. We'll see if they end up moving.
Yeah, I hope they do. I really want to see them get out of China. That would be really nice.
Okay. One thing I want us to cover real fast. I'm just gonna play this video by Hiro Hey. Shout out to Hiro Hey. His videos are kind of short, and I'm not a big fan of the format, but I do like he does bring a lot of things.
Thank you, Bozo and
attention. So yeah, I guess shout out real fast to Hiro Hey and Reb Says Des. I don't agree with everything that they say, but most definitely they cover some important shit. So not saying they're right. But,
great consistency, very much so. Covers a lot of things. You gotta appreciate the work that they put in.
Yeah, they do.
I'm gonna use the restroom while we watch this, and I'm gonna still be able to hear it and stuff. But I'm muting my mic while I use the restroom.
Okay, yeah, please do. We don't need a piss ASMR stream in the Frost podcast. So this guy's already gone. He didn't even fucking. But anyways, so yeah, I'll play this and then we can talk about it when Kai gets back.
Hello, Rez, for the tags, and shout out to Rev.
Because this right here was a huge fucking problem to me. Like, because I love a silent voice again. And, yeah, Twitter's a fucking cesspool.
In a tweet with over 11,000 likes, people are unhappy with a silent voice, which is actually something I haven't seen. If you think I should watch it, feel free to convince me in the comments. Although that said, 11,000 people agree it's trash and are saying things like this too, which is actually convincing me to watch it already. Because generally, if Twitter doesn't like something, then that something is most likely pretty awesome. Anyways, the tweet with almost 12,000 likes reads, "We could have had a movie about a disabled girl navigating through life, but we got nearly 2 hours of one of her 5 bullies boo-hooing because consequences for his actions and feeling sad about it, and her becoming his friend and dealing with his suicidal feelings. Trash!" With all caps and 3 exclamations. And as you can see, that entire comment is in response to someone saying that A Silent Voice is a masterpiece, which only got 853 likes in comparison to the other tweets near 12.
All I'm going to say is I don't know who in the audience right now who watching the stream has seen a silent voice. Obviously, that's a bad fucking take. It's that the series is great. The series is basically disabled girl gets bullied. Bully has a lot of like karma come back to him, and he's obviously realizes that he was a piece of shit and has to change his life and works incredibly hard to do that, and then he does everything in his power to make it up to that person, you know. So it's a death and rebirth story. It's basically like, hey, I've done a lot of wrongs, you know, and that's most people. Like, we've all done horrible things, and that's why I like the thing, because like if you've obviously done something that if you could go back and change, you wouldn't do it. Like, I feel like that's the majority of people. You know, I think if you're someone who says you've never done something like that, if you can't admit to it, you're just lying. That you're human, okay? You've done something that you're not proud of, and it hurts somebody, you know. And that's what this story is about. It's death and rebirth of the individual. Okay, it's like, I fucked up. I'm not proud of who I was, and then working to change that. And it's a really beautiful story too, because it does deal with like the struggle she has as being disabled and things that, you know, he has to go through in his personal life, living with what he's done personally, and it's a good story.
12,000.
Do you have anything to add, Dizzle?
Nope, I've never seen this, so this is kind of like,
Yeah.
I don't know what this really is supposed to be for me.
Okay. Well,
or how I could add anything to it, I guess I should say would be better.
Okay. Yeah. Dizzle, you and me are gonna have to watch this later because it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
However, not everyone is agreeing with the people complaining about the movie. For example, Shiro says, your entire argument is, the movie is not about what I wanted, so it's bad. Like, no, just because you weren't able to understand what it was about doesn't mean it's bad. It's an amazing movie. Or Korewa Eden posting this meme that says, sometimes it's not our turn to talk. Check this out, going back to this one. Let me again take this off my watch list. Nah, you should still give it a watch. It's a really great piece of animation. Movies exist to be read into differently by different people, and a majority feel differently about it than the people in this thread. So you might see it for yourself. Based on Op's description, this doesn't sound like it would be my cup of tea. Why go out of my way to support art about a disabled person that actual disabled folks, find problematic when I have so many, or is it much, other anime on my, or other anime on my I can watch? What? And pretty much everyone is basically saying, yeah, you should watch it and make up your own opinion. Now, the person who made the 11,000 plus like tweet complaining about the movie apparently got bullied a lot in elementary and middle school, which certainly sucks, and I can actually relate to being bullied in middle school, although for different reasons. The thing is, while it absolutely sucks that she went through that, it doesn't automatically make everything she says from that point on correct. Which, to be fair to her, she only presented an opinion. However, some people in the comments are acting like her word is law. Before that, I would like to issue a counterpoint to her point where she basically says people should not care about bullies. Personally, for me, I do absolutely wish that...
I'm just going to say I like the way that Hirohei articulates himself sometimes. It was like, hey, I heard you had a point, so I have a counterpoint to counterpoint that counterpoint. Like, that was fucking weird. That was the way he just fucking said it.
The bullies I had in middle school are
he makes
doing
so
much
much content out of so little.
Yeah,
and it's good content.
He does. I'm gonna be honest. Rev says this, and Hirohei do a good job at covering these things. They don't make stupid long videos, but I feel like sometimes they'll just kind of fill in space to make a longer video. Either way, I do like those stuff. You know, to to be relevant on YouTube, you've got to do that. So if they get the content out there and it fills a little space and keeps people entertained, it doesn't really fucking matter. It's good shit.
Better on in life right now, and that they're happy and positive people, because if they're not, they're probably just doing more horrible stuff to people into their adult lives. And for their and everyone's sake, I prefer that they turn their lives around. So let's take a look at these comments.
Shut the fuck up, Jazzy. Okay, I didn't need no lotion. Okay, I'm a daddy. I go in dry.
I think you missed the point. The idea is to take a different approach than usual, and instead of being the victim, showing how much regret
you just kind of only confirmed what Jazzy just said.
I get that all.
Hey, if you guys aren't comfortable with it, I'm sorry. You know, just know that you can't see Will Neo. You can't. What about that dog right now on stream? What's he doing, dude?
All of this could have been focused on her more,
eating
but
a
that wasn't the
popsicle.
goal of this. The response.
You should be sorry.
A popsicle.
Reading saying that they missed the point is kind of inappropriate. This isn't about a point. It's about a disabled person wanting better. You don't have to dislike the movie, but you have no room to tell a disabled person their feelings on ableism are invalid. Response to that reading, they straight up want a movie.
I just kind of want to say something real quick here. There's so much social justicing going on for a character that just doesn't fucking exist. It's crazy.
I agree. It's fucking stupid, and when you get right down to it, it's like you all supposed to be able to relate to these stories, but like some of these people have no fucking grasp of reality. Like you don't. media in general, the things you watch do not need to exist to justify your existence. Like, you don't have to find yourself in everything. We don't need this. Like, not everything has to represent every group. You know, we want all this representation for all these things. And it's like, guess what? Maybe this just wasn't made for you, and maybe that's fine. Maybe it was made for someone else. You know, like, it's really creative choice at that point. There's an audience for this, and maybe you're not it.
Exactly.
Film than what the filmmakers wanted to make. Why are we now acting like redemption stories are somehow immoral because the main character did something bad? Oh, people on Twitter complained about, actually, back in the day it was Tumblr, referencing now My Hero Academia and Endeavor, when Endeavor got a bit of a redemption arc, and these people literally wanted Horikoshi to take his life, or for someone to take Horikoshi's life over it. That other person wants.
I will just add this real fast. I cannot stand the whole fucking death threat thing. I believe in anonymity on the internet, but like, if you're gonna send someone, like a real life person, death threats over something that they posted to a website that is based on things that don't exist, you are
the FBI should come to your house and arrest you.
Exactly. I'm not a big fan of free speech is free. Like, you should be able to say what you want, but you should also be made to feel bad for being an asshole. Okay, if you say shit like that, you're a piece of shit. Okay, fix yourself. And if you know anyone like that, separate yourself from them. You know, don't give them friends. Let them realize that that people don't like that, and that they should feel bad for being a bad person.
Again saying, I don't think it's wrong to want a completely different movie. Discussing the fact that this movie does disabled rep poorly doesn't mean that she missed the point. KJ saying, if you want a different movie, you need to make that movie then. And of course, KJ never got a response back. So that's the situation, and a couple examples of the discourse in the comments. What do you think about this? Fair points, not fair points? And should I watch this movie? Still, let me know in the comments what you think. As always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next segment.
Do you have anything to add to that, really?
I mean, like,
because I
he was right. I mean, I agree with his takes. Like, you know, and I agree with what you said too. Like, you're gonna make death threats against someone. Like, that's a pretty serious thing, especially considering people who post things online and get a lot of traction. You know, that turns into a lot. You know.
Yeah. Exactly.
It turns into a lot, and you're putting that on a human being, and human beings have opinions, and sometimes they're wrong, and sometimes they have really terrible opinions. Like, you go back 20 years, and the social opinion of what was right and wrong was so different, you know, that you put the same people up against each other, they'd have different opinions because of just what's socially acceptable and what's not.
Exactly.
So, like, in the end, you need to be able to forgive someone for having a bad take, you know? You just need to be able to go, hey, man, like, that's kind of messed up, but have you changed the way that you see it? Or, you know, there's a lot of different stuff too. And
exactly.
As long as someone's not hurting anybody else, give them creative freedom to make what they want to make.
Yeah, and like, here's the thing, I can get with that. And there's this huge problem we seem to have today is like having these really nice soft corner societies and all this constant distraction with the internet and like all the different like outlets that people have to entertain themselves, even in like lesser off countries around the world. Like, you have a lot of these things now, and I think there's this really bad trend people tend to have now of looking at the past and being like, wow, those people were fucking horrible. They did all these bad things. And it's like, yes, but they were limited to the conditions of their time. Like, they literally were raised to believe these things. And they were made of the same things you are. Blood ran through their veins, okay? All of the muscle in their body was made of protein. Their bones had phosphorus in them. Like, you are not any different than they are. The only difference between you and them is that you were lucky enough to be brought up today instead of then. Had you lived in that time, you probably would have thought similarly, you know? So don't look at these people in the past and think that you're superior to them. You're not, okay? You're just lucky. That's my take on shit like that, you know? That's it.
Hot take, but it's correct.
It is. It's like, you know what? It is correct, Kaihan. I am the objective truth in this matter. If you disagree, you're wrong. Fake news. Deal with it. Anyways, I'm joking.
I think Neo is fake news. Time to cancel Neo.
Okay, well, I mean, that's a problem. I'm a co-host in this podcast. You trying to cancel us first episode?
Yep.
Are you?
Yep. Me and Kaihan are canceling you, and we're taking over. Sorry,
but you accidentally. The moment I realized that the CCP caught on to me, and they're like, "Man, we gotta take down this fucking." He keeps talking shit about us. Well, they've co-opted my friends. It's like the whole point of this podcast was actually to get me canceled socially.
I didn't get paid. I didn't get paid $40,000 to ruin your life. That didn't happen.
That was a very specific claim, Kyan. So, okay, so we've covered the silent voice backlash, Young Me, yeah, your boy Kong Ming and all that shit. Trying to think here. Beyond that, do we have any other? The Wolfast Dizzle had
Diablo.
Diablo. Yep, Diablo.
Mm-hmm.
So what about Diablo, Dizzle? Because I haven't played. Wait, is it Diablo or is it
Yeah,
Pathfinder?
Diablo Immortal.
Oh, Diablo Immortal. So they're making a new Diablo game.
This is a new Diablo game. So you remember like 3 years ago when at BlizzCon they like teased Diablo Immortal and then said it was going to be like a mobile game, and everybody
'cause that was
literally just fucking
ridiculous.
booed.
Yeah, that was so stupid.
Yeah. So it came out yesterday, finally yesterday, and so everybody's giving it a try, and they are understanding now how pay to win the fucking game is. Mainly because like for a game to be pay to win, it has to like affect the gameplay, right? So like you have to, if you spend like $20 and it makes your time in the game easier, then that's pay to win. That is
basically, yeah.
Yeah, that is a thing. And so basically Diablo Immortal is, they have these like relics that you can buy, and they start off, they like reel you in. They're like, oh wow, so I just started the game and I check out the shop and there's a deal going on, and it says I get 800% if I spend 89 cents. So I can spend less than $1 and get this little bundle pack that increases the amount of loot that drops for me in rifts. And rifts are dungeons. So like you go in, you kill the monsters, you get loot at the end after you beat the boss, and you go on to the next one. So what these little gems or fragments do is they'll increase your chances of getting like rare loot or like legendary loot. So you have the option to buy them for like, you buy a pack for like $20, and then when you go into the rift, you have the option to use 3 of them, or you can just instantly like put in 3 of them, and then they'll give you the option to use 7 more, so 10 of these things. All right. And so that's increasing your chances of getting a legendary. You go in, and let's just say you don't even have a good chance at getting a good legendary.
Like that sounds kind of shit. So it's basically it's one step from a gacha game.
Yeah, it's just one less step of a gacha game. And then the poor like free to play people, because Asmongold made a video about it and Zizarin made a video about it, just kind of talking about how disgusting it was that Blizzard is hopping on the gacha trend. And it the gacha thing is nothing new. Like I've been playing Summoner's War since like 2015. And Summoner's War is just a mobile gacha game.
Exactly, yeah. But let's be fair. Blizzard's been going to shit for like the last 5 or 6 years, even more so than what they were. I mean, the Blizzard. What's the Blizzard Hub thing? The little desktop client. It's been crap.
Just the BattleNet.
Yeah, the BattleNet. The BattleNet client's been kind of crap for a while. They've went after gamers for saying things that they really shouldn't have run after them.
Yeah.
For.
The whole Free Hong Kong thing,
that was bullshit.
Definitely, yeah. That whole ordeal where that guy didn't get paid his prize money.
Yeah, fuck that.
And then they banned him from the tournament and the fucking thing. That was fucking dumb. Like that was the worst thing they could have did.
So,
they could have ever done.
Just to clarify, the whole like, and just that shit on Blizzard a little bit more here because they deserve it, in my opinion. Blizzard, how do I put this? So when that happened, I used to, and fucking call me, like, I don't, whatever the fuck you want to call me, I don't care. Okay, I used to play Overwatch. I know. But I used to play Overwatch, and I liked Overwatch a lot, and I know people like to shit on people who play Overwatch, but I really liked Overwatch. I like D.Va, I like Soldier 76, I played a bunch of the characters, I was actually pretty good at that game, which is interesting, because I'm not good at a lot of games, and because I don't get to play a lot of games. And anyways... when that happened, I'd paid for the PC version because I wanted to play it on PC, and I just fucking slayed in that game. And at the moment that happened, I deleted it off my computer, got off of Blizzard, and to this day I own it, but I haven't played it in years. and I won't.
When they made Soldier 76 gay, you just quit because of that?
Oh no, not Soldier 76 gay. That I don't care about that. That's fine.
What then? Oh, are you talking? Oh, sorry. No, I jumped,
Wow. Okay, some holds.
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, that was
well,
rough.
because I could see, because that's
Yeah.
like a lot of
Okay.
people were just like, this is stupid because they just made Soldier 76 gay for like no reason,
Well,
just
I
because they
remember-
wanted to have like a pride character.
No. My shit was the free Hong Kong thing. When they took away that dude's
Yeah.
prize money, that was stupid. That's when I quit.
Yeah. Yeah,
I will-
that was stupid. I stopped playing. Actually, that is the time I stopped playing because I didn't hear about it. I was at work one day and I was asking one of my friends on the dock if they wanted to play Overwatch after work because I did play too. I was a Mercy main. I was a healing main, so I just basically support and all that stuff. And
Fuck you, Mori. Diva's OP. So I continue.
so they told me they're just like, no, I think I'm done playing Overwatch like forever. I'm like, oh, just not into it anymore. And then they told me about the whole free Hong Kong thing, and then I fucking quit too because I was just like, yeah, that's kind of bullshit. And I looked more into it, and that's when I decided to quit because I looked into it.
Yeah.
I haven't been back since. I think I've played like 1 or 2 games in like the last like maybe 4 years since it came out.
I won't play anything Blizzard makes. That's why I haven't played Diablo 3.
Yeah.
I'll play stuff before that time. So like Diablo 2, I'll jump in for some retro gameplay every so often, but that's it.
Yeah,
And
I won't spend money on Blizzard, but I mean, I'll still like if Diablo Immortal. I'm currently playing it right now. It's free, so like you don't have to spend money to buy it, and I'm currently not going to spend money in the game because I don't want to entice. Because what Blizzard's going to do is they're gonna ride the train on microtransactions until and then they're probably going to come out with a bullshit statement. I think Charlie Moist Critical said something similar to this too, that they're just going to come out with a statement and be like, oh, we're listening to you guys, and yeah, you're totally right, this game is pay to win, and we're listening to the community, and we're gonna fix that. We're gonna make it to where it's not free to or pay to win anymore. So we're going to so they're just gonna try to get some brownie points from the gamers when they've decided they've cashed out on their money cow, and it's just fucking pathetic that they think they can just do this. They can fucking milk gamers for money, like,
we're gonna see the crash. We're gonna see the crash because gamers aren't stupid. Like, people are waking up to this stuff. No,
they thought gamers were stupid when EA tried to make Star Wars Battlefront 2, like the remake. They had the star cards and everything. That shit was pay to win. Like, some dude was just like, yeah, it's gonna take you 2,200 hours to like play through this game, to grind all the star cards correctly, just so you can have well optimized gameplay, so you can actually like stand a chance in fucking multiplayer against some whale that spent like $1,200 to get like a star card pack, and he's got all the good star cards, so he can just come in, fuck you up, and like but he can come in and wipe his fucking cock with you like a used cum rag. It's like,
Yummy.
So moral of the story, enough on that though, I think. Moral of the story is fucking, get bent, Blizzard, okay? Go back to your roots, get out of politics, start focusing on good games again.
Yeah, all these fucking big gaming companies just need to fucking make games. They need to stop harassing women or whatever it is they do, farting in each other's faces at the office. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, just go back to making games.
That's really
just go back to making good games.
That moment the game company makes video games. I mean, really.
Yeah, because like I've grew up with Blizzard. Like, I played Diablo 1 and 2, StarCraft 1 and 2. Like, those are my favorite games. I played World of Warcraft. I wasn't too big in World of Warcraft. I didn't play like a lot of the expansions like some hardcore players did, but I liked the game. And like now it looks like the poor player base that they still have is just tortured by bad decisions that these companies make.
And I want to play this because if I remember correctly, he had a really shitty response to the audience when they booed.
Yeah, watch this. It's fucking stupid. This is bullshit. This is
right,
the douchiest response.
This should have had them canceled alone.
Yeah.
Here we go. 1 second.
Fluffy face of Diablo. I was curious. Fluffy. I was curious. I see a lot of mechanics that we've kind of been begging for in Diablo 3 in this. is there any plans to make this playable on PC, or is this strictly mobile forever?
Are there any? The current plan is to be on mobile, both Android and iOS. We don't have any plans at the moment to do PC.
Yeah, listen to them. They're so pissed.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah,
Listen to-
you guys
listen
don't
to
have
this.
phones.
Listen to this shit. Listen to this shit.
Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?
You can play on your tablet too.
Yeah, do you plebs?
Look,
Do you
they're just sitting
gamers?
up there. They're sitting up there. They're laughing at them. They know this is a bad idea, and they're just sitting here. They're laughing at the crowd. That's
How the
what
fuck-
fucking just sickens me, man.
I just want to know how the fuck you can look at your customer base, which is literally everyone in the audience. How can you look at the people who you expect to pay for your game, who you're trying to make a product for, and then laugh at them when you know you don't give them what they want? And they're trying to figure out why. Like, this is the shittiest thing ever. This should have ended Blizzard as a company, and it didn't. There's lots of things it should have. But everyone... Go ahead.
This whole thing was a meme on the internet for months.
I know. Well, it should have been more than a meme. Like, everyone should have boycotted Blizzard and quit buying their games and let the servers die. You know, because here's the thing. Like, isn't Blizzard publicly traded?
I think so.
Okay, so let's just do the math here. If Twitter like lost half of its user activity in like for a month, and that was noticeable, like everyone knew, that would affect their shill like quite a bit. It would trash the company. Okay, if Blizzard's servers were fucking emptied, if they lost 70+% of their active player base for like a month and a half, the amount of money that they would lose, the board would be shitting themselves. There would be like overhauls for company policy and development schedules like you couldn't believe. But like we need gamers and we need people in general to just like kind of put their money and their will where their mouth is. Like when a company looks you in the face and treats you like an imbecile like this, okay, don't give your money to that company. It doesn't matter how good the game is. Say fuck them.
Wise up, gamers.
You know, pretty much.
But no, you're pretty much right. They think gamers are stupid, but like they're not. We figured this shit out with EA. EA has kind of gotten their act straight. That's a big thing for me to say because they still continue to fuck things up graciously. But like now Blizzard's making like the same mistakes. They're walking in the same minefield that EA did like what, 10 years ago?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
They're making the same mistakes. And they saw how it ended for EA, and they're just like, you know, people can't stop buying the next Battlefield. EA knows this because, you know, they're basically preying off the market that, like, you know, they played Battlefield 3 in high school. You know, what makes you think they're not going to buy the next, you know, Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 2042 with our loot boxes and microtransactions just stuffed up, you know, out the brim on this game?
Yeah. Also, real fast, I just want to mention this, because I realized we never changed it. Can you, Dizzle, since you know how to do this, actually I can do it. Can you log into our stream manager and change the title? Yeah. It needs to be, we need to put the name of the podcast in there.
Yeah, I can definitely do that. What do you want me to name it to? Because it's Premiere Stream right now.
I would do Premiere Stream Anime Tiddy Podcast or something like that.
I mean, maybe start with the Anime Tiddies, like Anime Tiddy Podcast.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'll put that in there like that.
Yeah. By the way, everyone, we have a Discord server. As a matter of fact, I will drop our link tree real fast in the deal. Y'all should join Discord server, send other people this way. You know, we're gonna start doing better and more content, and we're probably gonna do some game playthroughs of like what we don't know yet. We haven't settled on anything, but we're talking about doing some funny game. Okay, you know what, Damien? Damien's like, no, fuck you guys. Okay. Anyways, but what we're talking about doing some game playthroughs of games like the I Love You Colonel Sandals, like Kentucky Fried Chicken stuff. We don't know yet, but you know, we'll see. We're gonna pull, and we may even at random. This is just an idea, but we may even at random pull some people from the audience and see who wants to join us on gameplay sometimes. So we'll see. But we want to get a little bit bigger before we do things like that, you know. So we'll see how that goes.
Just a super huge jump into the left field, super unnatural transition. Let's do that. I'm curious about, just because I'm not as into tech as either one of you guys, so I'm gonna jump into the one thing that's like the easiest thing for everyone to kind of understand is consoles. Do you guys have a preference between PS5 and Series X?
I would definitely go with an Xbox nowadays.
Why?
Like if you asked me in like 2010 or 2011, I would have loved to have both, but I was a poor I wasn't that rich to have both. I definitely had my own console. I had like an Xbox 360 growing up. But
one might say you were a
nowadays,
dog with no bone.
What?
One might say you were a dog with no bone.
Yeah, I was just a, little poor dog with no bone, just out in the fields running around hunting for squirrels on my own, so just had to live every day.
Yeah.
Take every day as it came.
But yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I digress. I would go for an Xbox One, just because I think the Game Pass for Microsoft is far superior than the one that Sony has, because you basically, what the Game Pass is you pay like a monthly or like a yearly subscription, and you get to play and stream games that Microsoft has on there for free. You don't have to buy the game. You don't have to buy its DLC that comes out, because Microsoft literally just gives it to you, and you can just play it whenever you want or stream it whenever you want. So,
Yeah,
I think they got better games than the PlayStation One has. I could be wrong about that, but I know Xbox has more exclusives than Sony does.
I will say personally, I think the development path of the PS4 when it was a thing and it was happening, and the Xbox, was that the Xbox One Elite at the time? What would have been the PS4 equivalent for Xbox at the time?
I think it would just be like regular PS4.
What?
Because it was PS4 and Xbox One.
Okay, so all I'm gonna say is, if you go back to those times, I liked the path that PlayStation was heading for more than. But personally, I've always liked the interface and the. One of the biggest things for me is, and I know this is probably something stupid for gamers who actually play games, but personally, I've always liked the Xbox controller style battle. Yeah. So. That's just me.
They got it right with the 360. I'll tell you that. Like, even the original Xbox, that controller style was pretty good, but there was buttons on there that I still, till this day, have no idea what the fuck they do.
Yeah,
they're just there.
Yeah, I've just always that, and I would say, to be honest, what's funny about that is I like the PlayStation exclusives more than I like the Xbox exclusives, and some people will fucking castrate me for that. But I liked Infamous. I liked the Ratchet and Clank series.
Infamous was good.
Yeah. Jack and Dexter.
I grew up with Sly Cooper.
Yeah, I had Sly Cooper on the original on the PlayStation 2.
Yeah,
I almost said original PlayStation 2.
The original PS2.
Yeah, the original one.
Yeah, the first one ever
made. The first one ever made. The one that came out of the factory as a prototype. I had that. That was mine.
That was Dizzle.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, personally, like, I don't have either, but I've played on both because just friends who had one or the other. I think I like the direction PS5 took as a console better. But honestly, in the end, I feel like just the price points, Xbox is doing so much better on a price point than PlayStation is right now, because it's just so much cheaper to get an Xbox, new Xbox, than it is a new PlayStation. Whereas their systems really aren't all that different compared to each other. They're pretty close. They're very comparable in power. I think that the PlayStation prides itself on a slightly faster processing speed, whereas the Xbox is a better graphics card. And it's like, in the end, like, bro, can you even see the difference? Like,
no,
it's too good. It's too good to see the difference anymore. Your graphics are better than my eyes.
Yeah, I think it just comes to the point, like, which console you want to get these days just depends on what kind of games you want to play. I think that's how I look at it.
Personally, I'm not a major gamer. But that's why I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't buy a console right now. I can play most things I want. Like some of the exclusives, it sucks. Like Ratchet and Clank, I damn near like the new Ratchet and Clank game that came out like a year or so ago. That almost put me to buying a PlayStation. But fuck, I'm like the way these shit's priced right now with the scalpels and all that. Like Mike,
Yeah.
I won't go into who this is necessarily, but me and Dizzle, I all have a friend named Mike. And do you know how much Mike paid for his PlayStation?
It was like $700, right?
It was $750 for
Yeah.
one that has no disc drive and 2 controllers, and that was it.
That's $200 over MSRP.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
I wish that was a lot compared to other people, but that's like super standard. I know people who spent 4 digits on a PlayStation.
Yeah, I checked and I looked on Electronic Express because one day I was on DoorDash, and this is just funny because I saw Electronic Express was on DoorDash. I was like, why the fuck are they on DoorDash? And I was like, for a joke, like, I'm a DoorDash myself a fucking Xbox, like Series X, and I go on there and fucking Electronic Express is selling them both Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5s for $1,000. And I'm like, hell no. You guys are wanting $1,000 for like this fucking overpriced paperweight? Are you kidding me?
Just to clarify to people in chat, I won't go into there was a lot of Electronic Expresses in the state that I reside in, and so that's a local chain that's apparently scalping people. I didn't fucking know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, they're pretty shitty. I think the only good thing that Electronic Express was good for here in town was putting my new stereo system in my car. That was it.
I mean,
that was the only thing.
I can't talk too much shit. My TV is from there. I actually do like Electronic Express mainly because they have a good finance agents like right there. So
yeah, they do have a good finance team. I will give them that.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's like, hey, if you don't want to drop $700 right now, you can drop $50 and walk out of the store with anything you want.
Yeah.
And you have 90 days to pay it off with next to no interest. Sponsor us, fucking Electronic Express. We'll suck
Yeah,
your dick,
sponsor
yo.
us. I hate you, but I mean, yeah, you can give us some money. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm sure all of our seven viewers will follow the link, and definitely you will find that we are very profitable to invest in.
I mean, if you can deliver to communist utopian states like California and Washington, I'm sure. I feel like that's where some of our viewers also. Anyways. So, I'm sorry. But now, so we've kind of hit on that though. So let's see here. We've got, we went over Shield here. We done all the anime stuff, the PlayStation 5 stuff. I know we've got more. One second.
Do you get
good?
I mean, we could do this. We kind of already went through gaming a little bit, but if you want to hop back to gaming, D&D, like it's been popping off in the last year or two. I'd say the last 2 years. Last 2 years, D&D has just continuously grown as a community and a thing, to where there's kind of a new modern age of D&D that's a lot cooler than D&D used to be. Just partially because of availability, because of the internet, and more prevalent series increasing its popularity in people who didn't necessarily understand it. I feel like when I was in high school, and I heard D&D, the first thing that came to my mind, I didn't even have any idea what it was. In my head in high school, I heard D&D, I imagined a bunch of really, really awkward people who don't know how to talk to each other, sitting at computers playing some weird computer game. I didn't even know it was tabletop. And then upon learning what D&D actually was, it's one of the most creatively free games, maybe the most freedom, like the most free game to play, where you could do literally anything. I don't know.
I will mention
it's pretty crazy.
D&D is the one that really stuck. You've got to remember these games require like multiple actual people. It used to really, before technology got as big as it has now, and you had sites like what's that role site that you play, Dizzle?
Roll20.
Yeah, so
there's Roll20. There's also the Forge. Is another one.
Yeah. And Brandon actually bought me like a really good tool. It was called Foundry, and I didn't get the chance to use it, but it looks really good. It looks like a better version of Roll20.
And you've got to remember, before things like Roll20 and all that, I mean, you used to have like a good number of people willing to meet multiple times, you know, over like kind of a decent like span of time, willing to meet up. You had to have a game master, you know, there was a little bit of lore, like there was effort that went into putting these games and campaigns together. And you couldn't stream it. Like, again, the tech wasn't there. So, you know, they'll actually, the point that I'm wanting to get at with this is I used to play a game, very similar, completely different universe. I used to play a game called Rift. It was another game like D&D. You had a bunch of games like D&D that gave you that level of freedom where you could basically go kind of within the universe of the game. And just
there's like Warhammer, Pathfinder. Yeah, Rift was another one.
Rift was a really good one. Pathfinder. Warhammer's still big. Like, people still play
Warhammer. Yeah,
So,
I had one of my friends invite me to come over and like help him paint models, and I was just like, oh yeah, if I get the time to do it, you know, just let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, exactly. And I will say though, but D&D has taken off because a lot of these games have died. I'd say the two most popular would be D&D and Warhammer. Rifts is dead. I've literally found no one else ever that plays Rifts anymore, and it's sad. It kills me. But yeah, so D&D is like probably mainly because it was the most popular thing. You know, it's like Dungeons and Dragons because it used to require a lot of effort. So like some of these games just straight up died off. Like, that's really it.
Yeah, well, I'm glad 5e has gotten the popularity it's gotten because it's such a cool concept. And there's a lot of other games like you're talking about that had very similar concepts and went very similar directions, very fun tabletop games with tons of creative freedom. But there was just never a way to really easily get the amount of players you'd need, and two, be able to introduce people to it. Like, when I was in high school, if I had understood it better, I would have loved to like find a group to play with. But there's like this wall where who's going to explain to you what D&D is in the first place and why you should play it? You know, so it was hard to get new people into it. But now with it being a fairly prevalent niche on YouTube, there's a lot of campaigns going on YouTube that you could watch that are just fun. You kind of get a general feeling of what the game is from watching those campaigns. And I think, honestly, a lot of campaigns like Critical Role, obviously, probably being the biggest one, just increased the amount of people who knew what the game was, and then knowing that that type of game existed, the people who now want to play it and homebrew their own things and get into it, especially since it's such an easy thing to do once you understand it, with what we have now being able to play online with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to play like at the table in school, like in my like infotech room, and then on the weekends my friends would get together every Saturday and we would play from the morning till nighttime. I think we would have like 10 to 8 hour sessions. It was crazy how much we played.
That is another thing. I think when we start doing content for gaming and whatnot, we may do game playthroughs and stuff. Kind of as like maybe the last hour of the podcast or something, you know. I don't know, but when we play, we might play through some games, and then we might actually do like D&D sessions with people from the community at other points. I thought that was a good idea, you know. So when we're not doing game playthroughs, we're actually doing campaigns for D&D.
That would be fun. I would be down. That would be my. If we started a campaign right now, which obviously starting a campaign takes a considerable amount of planning. It would be the third campaign I'm in right now, but that's okay as long as it doesn't. I mean, if we're doing it during a stream, it doesn't cover up any of my.
I'm gonna be a human type, reincarnated as Barack Obama.
Barack Mobamba.
Oh, dude, that's it. That's gonna be my name. That's my name, Barack Mobamba.
Yeah, his theme song is gonna be "I Got Hoes." Yeah. Call it, and I can't finish the rest of the song.
I like how your dog keeps trying to commit like neurological seppuku. So
he's just like, I don't want to face rig this fucking idiot anymore. God damn it!
Release me! What cruel god has created such a universe? Why I am bound by this machine?
As Damien's pointing out, actually, we're going into a campaign together. Me and Damien are going into a campaign that Maury's DMing. I've already talked about that one extensively with Neo at least, but I'm excited for it. You know, I think getting more into the universe of D&D, it's such a cool concept. You know, it really gives control to like the people playing to do whatever they want with it.
All right. Yeah. We'll see though. We'll see where it goes.
Okay. Cool.
Elon Musk. Who the fuck wants to talk about Daddy Elon?
Talk about Elon. I like Elon Musk. He's a cool dude.
Elon Musk.
Hey, Sichi, how's it going? By the way, Shichiro, this is one of the guys from the Daddy Brigade out of Neo Metrosol. Y'all should go join that and visit and do cool things.
Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow.
Yeah, basically. And Shichiro is one of all he's one of all yes, Fumo. That's it. His entire personality is weird memes and Fumo, and I love him. So
he was the first fan to join the podcast Discord.
True.
So some brownie points there. First tit.
Hey, that's, and by the way, if you listen, if you can't get tits in real life, come to the server. We'll have a ton of tits everywhere. Okay, so
yeah, we should probably have like a Discord link in the like about me area, like in the panels underneath our stream where people can scroll down and see some shit.
Yeah,
we gotta have our links there. So real quick, let's just post the link tree in the chat.
Yeah,
for anyone looking for the link tree or looking to reference anyone to it who's in my server, I did put a link to the link tree in my announcements. So you can, if you're in my server or you're trying to show someone else who's in the server, you can always just show them the link tree too. That way they can also find our other things if they're not on the stream.
Yeah, and I will say, again, just for anyone watching who doesn't necessarily know who's who right now, because Neo Metra, guy with the blonde hair, super good looking, talking right now. That's me. Obviously, daddy material. Fight me.
Yeah, the guy on the guy on the left. Yep,
there you go. Okay, stop while you're ahead. Anyways, there's that, and then we this obviously adorable Inu in the middle. Inu dog, Japanese. Yeah. I'll
introduce myself. I'm not that.
No,
unless that is a good thing.
No, I'm talking about fucking Dizzle right now. Okay, don't get ahead of yourself. Yeah, Dizzle.
Okay.
Yeah. No, the Inu, the dog heel. That's the Mr. Doge boy himself. He's a good boy. That is he. By the way, he's a foray. Just no one let him live that down. So this is all foray co-host.
Are you shaming him for that?
He's shaming me.
What do you mean?
He's trying to bully me off the podcast.
I think this man is living up the furry life.
Exactly.
Everyone's got their own thing, but I'm fucking with you. You good, man. But yeah, no, this is Snizzle Dizzle. He streams video games. Go follow him if you get a chance. You ain't got to right now. Fucking check out the stream if you like us. That's how you find him. You know, he's pretty dope. Lifetime best friend of IOL, Dork Daddy Neo, Uwu. So there's and then on the left we've got Kaihen. Do you still go by Kaihen Ditaku, by the way?
That's like my first tag on YouTube. I kind of just took that part off because it was like why not? Kaihen's so much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do YouTube. I've got like 600 subscribers, so there's that. I post every now and then, kind of closer to a monthly basis right now, which it should be more often than that. But go subscribe. Go subscribe to Kaihen on YouTube.
Yeah, you also had the fucking courtesy to introduce yourself instead of letting me do it all, like someone.
Bleh. Okay, hey man, Doggo was okay being introduced with a lisp. I wasn't. I just wanted to be introduced to myself.
Fuck you. Okay.
Get fucked, Neo.
Listen, the language of mortals cannot be spoken by beings like gods. Anyways, that's all I'm saying.
Hey,
it's not a lisp.
Being like a god.
It's not a lisp, okay? It's not a lisp. It's a character feature. Here we go.
Character feature.
Yeah, not a defect feature.
It's a fun character feature. I enjoy having something to tease you with constantly. Like it just never goes away. It's amazing, and I appreciate.
I like
it so
how
much.
you literally transition to I enjoy being a bully. So
I do enjoy being a bully. If anyone ever just wants to be belittled, actually, I'm terrible at it with anyone who's.
By the way, go to like if you click on the if you go to our channel, and like underneath where our chat and everything, I've got it to where it's got like our thing. You have to click on the titties to get our link tree.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Wow.
So wait, he said would recommend add in Twitch. Is all Twitch not in the link tree?
It
no, it's not.
Be.
Oh wow! So
that is funny.
Yeah, so I fucking failed. Whoops.
Yep. God damn it! Leave it to fucking Neo to fuck shit up every time, man.
Tiddussy, oh my god, I hate that. I hate that. The fucking Dussy memes. Those are killing me.
Oof.
So,
nasty.
Yeah. So, are we gonna cover anything else before we couple Daddy Elon?
I gotta turn the lights on in my room. My fucking dog's neck is broken because it's dark. It's pitch black in my room. Yeah, that should help.
Just to clarify, chat, there was no animal abuse here. He's talking about his character model.
real easy way to remember who's who too. Among the two humanoid figures, the one that's generic is Neometra.
Okay. Yeah, very generic default. Baseline for human beings.
I'm gonna be honest. If most humans were as fucking like ripped as me, we would be a much more superior race.
Ah, there goes his ego.
You mean as ripped as your avatar?
Okay, well, fuck you.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Yeah. Okay. Shut the fuck up. Just give it time. Give it time. You're gonna come up here. I'm doing kickboxing and shit again. You're gonna come up here in like a year and be like, oh shit, Neo's swole now.
According to my orientation, where I am is always the top of the world. So
yeah, so he's gonna
maybe come over there.
Yeah, he's gonna slide
over to your area. Down just makes it sound like I'm.
He's a lot closer to Canada than where we're at. So
yeah.
Okay. It would be coming down if not for the fact that the top of the world moves with me. So it's more of like an over thing.
Yeah, okay. Up and over.
Up and over.
Yeah.
Up and over. Anyways. Okay, so yeah, we've covered all that. I'm thinking real fast. Anything else to add before we move over to a new topic?
Elon bought Twitter. That's cool. I don't follow him too crazy closely. It seems like
I don't know what the fuck Dizzle ate, but you have burped like 8 times during the stream.
I'm drinking a beer.
You're drinking a beer. Okay.
Yes.
That moment a dog drinks a beer on Twitch and we don't get
You ever want to do a Neometra impression? Just put a W somewhere in every word.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, listen. Listen.
And Thord. Thord of all.
I'm sorry, Neo. I'm sorry to bully you so much.
I mean, we have to.
I have to set the pace for the following streams. I have to let our audience know what they're getting into.
We have to curb his ego for him.
It's a good thing I just ran out of bleach, or else you might have one less co-host next stream.
Oh no.
Okay. Anyways. So yeah. So real fast.
Generic man to generic Skyrim Nord. Yeah, that's your Pokemon evolution is generic Skyrim Nord.
Fuck you guys. Anyways, so Daddy Elon. There's multiple things we could talk about here, but real fast. What do y'all think? Because I actually haven't talked to Kyan about it at all. I've done real basic like memeing with Dizzle on this. But what's your take on Elon buying Triddle? Because that's gonna happen. Like that's basically in stone.
I thought it already happened.
That already happened.
No. So yes, they're in the middle of that happening, but it wasn't official. Like the day they said he bought it, it's not that he really got it. The deal could fall through. They're in the process of doing all that, finalizing the deal. Like these types of things take months. So I think this month is when it should be final. But no, the deal wasn't finalized. There was a $1 billion fee, as a matter of fact, if any of them pulled out of the deal or wanted to change the deal. So,
Well, I don't know.
might still.
I actually wanted to ask you this, because I sent you a video about this. I know you're saying he doesn't own it yet, but I watch a independent journalist on YouTube named Chris Chappell. Excellent guy. I love him. He's handsome, and he said that he thinks that it would be he doesn't think, he did like a whole segment on it. He did like a whole episode with America Uncovered. He was saying that Elon Musk owning Twitter would be like a win for China to control more media and stuff like that, because Musk is a business person, multi-billion dollar person that has business interests in China. So I was wondering what you thought about that.
I need you to go back on that. I missed part of that. Sorry, what were you saying?
So he was saying that Elon Musk owning Twitter is a good thing for the CCP because they get to control more media outlet, because Elon Musk is a more prominent, not really like prominent, but like he's a billionaire that has business interests in China. So they're basically afraid that that Elon Musk would favor more of what the CCP wants to have on Twitter.
Well, I mean, there's obviously some justified concern in that he does want Teslas in China, and they do have Teslas in China. And, there's obviously some room there for collusion in, like, what happens with Twitter. But I think these are separate problems. There are agencies that are, like, made to deal with these types of problems, like the Fair Trade Commission, so FTC and SEC. I'm not gonna say that this absolves like any, like, because it doesn't. Like, yes, obviously this could be a problem. I think it just comes down to like how you view these companies and the people who run them. Because, like, here's the thing, I guarantee you, as a matter of fact, one of the board members, like one of the main stockholders for Twitter, is actually a Chinese millionaire. And some of them are Saudi royals. So the whole idea that Elon Musk owning it is going to allow more foreign influence by places like the Chinese Communist Party than it already has is kind of ridiculous. Because, again, some of the main investors in Twitter and contributors to companies that board members own are already in those places. Like, as a matter of fact, I would say there's pretty good evidence that the reason they fought him on this initially was actually that there is some collusion. Because when you look at it, it doesn't make sense that they did not immediately take him up on this offer. When you look at it, the way Twitter moves obviously has a narrative to it. But how do I put this? The board members actually, like a lot of the board members, actually have a really insignificant share of the company stock. And that's probably not a good thing, because as part of the board, like the whole point of a corporation is to increase the value of the investment of the shareholders. That's what it means to be publicly traded, is that people will invest in your company and investing in the company in hopes that it will make them richer, or that the company will become worth more. So the whole point of a board is to make the company worth more. But when you look at it, like, where will these guys get in their money? Because, like, some of these guys are ridiculously rich, and they had no incentive to actually make Twitter better, because they didn't actually have a stake in Twitter, personally. Like, not really. Okay, they had a very insignificant amount of shares, some of the executives, compared to just other investors who weren't part of the board. So it's very interesting to me that people would make this claim. Like, yes, is there potential that Elon Musk could show favoritism to things that the CCP does? Absolutely. I don't think that's going to happen. That's a character call for me. I think there's even less chance when it goes private, because now you have one guy who, assuming he is somewhat honest, could manage the platform correctly. Whereas the way it sits now, it very much looks like that the board was actually already acting in the interest of foreign governments. That's probably where a lot of them were getting their money, and why the policies of Twitter have went the way they've gone, in my opinion.
So the FCC won't let me be me. So let me see. They try to shut me down on MTV, but it feels so empty without me.
I hate me.
Anyway,
so don't ever do that again.
Before we said anything about that, we did miss. I think We acknowledged them, but we did not acknowledge the follow. If you're still here, Shichiro, thank you for following.
Oh, I thought we acknowledged that. Yeah, Shichiro.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he's
okay. I guess
he's
I'm just
one
slow.
of best daddies. He's one of the best daddies. So Virgin Daddy for
I know
life.
we acknowledged them.
Yeah, but I sent you the video on it. It's on his China Uncensored video. He explains it better than I did. I just kind of gave you the rundown of what the episode was about and what he was saying. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. And I had no idea that the deal was still trying to go through. I thought Elon Musk basically just already owned it.
No. Deals. Anytime you go into like billion-dollar corporations and stuff like that, those deals literally can't close overnight. There's a bunch of federal filings that have to happen and things, and all types of regulatory steps that have to happen. They can agree on a deal, which is basically what happened. Elon made an offer. They eventually accepted the offer, and then they created kind of a mediated contract that was like, hey, here's the deal. We're agreeing to it right now. We're going to have to go through all the steps for you to officially own the company. But, in the meantime, this is the deal. And if any of us change the deal, there are consequences for that. But just to clarify, this is going to get pushed further out, mainly because it looks like the number of like actual Twitter users, like real Twitter users that are not bots and active daily users is probably wrong, which is a big deal. And right now, I don't know if you know this, but Twitter is actually trying to force the deal through on schedule. They don't want investigations into some of this stuff. Like this is a really big deal because basically, if Elon Musk is right, and if most of the people who seem to know what they're talking about outside of the deal, so really smart people on Twitter who have paid attention to the numbers and done some tests on the real users as far as we can do out here, if these people are right, and I think they are, Twitter has been lying about the number of active users it has every day and how many of them are bots. And if they've inflated...
That wouldn't be surprising. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you out.
You're right. It wouldn't be surprising necessarily, but it would be very, very, very bad. Because if you can prove that the board knew that these numbers were inflated, if they were in any way wittingly aware that this was a problem and that their methods for measuring this were not adequate, but they reported those numbers to the SEC and investors, which is what they've been doing, they've basically artificially, because that's what makes Twitter valuable. If the platform's growing and more people are using it, the advertising space is worth more, and there's lots of reasons, but the company becomes more valuable in its stock. If you've artificially increased the stock price by growth that hasn't actually happened, that you've just faked, which is what it would be if they fake these numbers, as soon as that comes to light, Twitter is suddenly worth a lot less money. And I mean in the billions of dollars range, less money. Okay. So if that happens, Musk can renegotiate the deal. And people are like, well, that's dumb, because then he would lose $1 billion because he would back out of the current deal. And it's like, okay, so what?
Yeah.
If Twitter has 20% less, active users or 20% more bots than what they said they
He would spend $1 billion to save billions more, wouldn't he?
Exactly. It would be a net positive. He would spend $1 billion to back out of the deal and then make billions on renegotiation. So it would actually be a smart move.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a big brain move. Elon Musk ain't fucking dumb like a lot of people think he is.
No, he's not. I do think it's hilarious though. He did the 420. He did the 420 number. He done that just as the meme.
Yeah.
Actually, I have
for anyone who's
yeah,
everyone should go follow the official Slim Shady Instagram page. Slim Shady, excuse me. Sorry, Damien, you messed me up. The official Slim Jim Instagram page, if you're not already following it, if you want just good memes, the actual official Slim Jim Instagram page is like follow these stuff.
We need some more memes out of that particular image right there. That one, and there's plenty of memes on this one, but we need memes on this one. I like that image.
Yeah, you can see how deep in thought he is.
Yeah. And then the room started to become a rainbow. But, yeah.
Rainbow.
You gotta admit, though, if anyone's weed was going to send you to another dimension, it'd probably be Joe Rogan's. But, yeah. Anyways, so that's the general thing on Elon Musk. So, anyone got any more thoughts on Elon Musk buying Twitter? Out of curiosity, anyone in the chat who would like to answer this? Are y'all for Elon Musk acquiring Twitter? Like, does anyone think this is a bad idea? I think it's a great idea. I actually trust Elon to do something good with the company.
I mean, it's not. I feel like Elon's okay, but like Twitter itself is such trash that it's like I don't really care whether it gets better or worse. I just don't like it as it is. Maybe it becomes something that's less insufferable. But yeah, I mean, if that happens, cool. But it's not like I'm invested in the first place. It's already insufferable.
Yeah, I can understand that. Okay, all right. Well, so we've hit that. And just to clarify, anyone in here who's still stuck, especially anyone who's been here for the 2 hours and 23 minutes we've been live. First of all, thank you. We appreciate it. And we hope that everyone keeps tuning in like once a week so that we can grow and expand and do more things, hopefully actually get some collabs and interview some people.
I think at one point we had 11 viewers.
We did.
We were doing really good.
We're still doing good. We're still doing good.
Yeah, we got 7 people right now, it says, at least on Twitch, so.
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest, we held 9 to 11 viewers, like more than 10 viewers for over an hour at least. So that's pretty good. I will say though, as soon as we pick up a little bit more, a couple weeks, we're gonna start doing some game playthroughs. I personally actually already know some small creators that I'm not sure we can get on, but I think we may be able to. Just even starting out, and it would be cool if we could because that's why everyone who has talked, this is gonna stay at 3 people. It's gonna be me, Dizzle, and Kaihin forever. Basically, as far as the hosts are concerned, and we want to do some interviews and stuff, like actually pull some people in and have some interesting conversations about other things too. So,
yeah, and also like we know a decent amount of people who have different things to contribute to the conversation. So it'll be nice to bring in like occasional, maybe even repeat guests, people who just have a consistent contribution they can make. I got someone in mind who I know watches a lot of seasonals, and I got someone else in mind who is just really good for banter. And I'm sure that I know Neo also has a few people in mind, like you said, and we definitely have a good list of people who could potentially guest on the podcast. Yeah. And hopefully that list will only grow.
Yeah, and I will say, just to clarify, that's not to say that the streams won't ever go longer, but today's, since we're starting to approach our topic threshold, we've got more to talk about. Don't leave yet. Please don't leave. But I'm joking. But oh god. But we are probably going to try and keep this at somewhere between 2.5 to 3.5 hours on the norm. Probably an average of like 2.5 to 3 hours. So that's about how long you look for it to be. When we do game playthroughs and we add stuff, it may be more. But right now, that's kind of what we're looking at. So.
Indeedy do.
Yeah. So.
I know.
Go on. What was it, Kyan?
I know for you guys, it does run, like, you guys are 2 hours ahead of me, so I can typically go longer too, but also, like, eventually I have to think about dinner and other stuff. Today, I actually just muted and had dinner while you guys were ranting about something in the text section, I believe.
Yeah, and that's cool.
Yeah, but, like, typically anywhere between 2 and 3 hours is, I think, going to probably be normal. 2 is, like, the minimum I think we're going to try and hit, probably. And then, like, 4 is probably like running long.
All right. And I do actually want to ask Will Fast. Does anyone, Damien maybe, or Shichiro, if you're still here, does anyone have any questions as far as, like, because I do want us to have kind of a thing where we just answer questions from people at times at the end. Do any of y'all have any questions or something you want us to cover or talk about? Like maybe have a topic, like an anime or something that you want an opinion on or whatever? We'll see what they say while we wait for that. While we wait for that, I was going to... Go ahead.
Do you guys want to see Neo come out of the closet live on stream?
Shut your fucking whore mouth. I am not coming out of the closet. There's no closet for me to come out of. I built the fucking closet, okay?
Yeah, he built the closet so he can go into it. I mean, we're both gay furry lovers, so,
This sounds kind of like a little bit of a conflict in your story here.
Yeah, just some
First you said there's no First you said there was no closet, then you said you built a closet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't add up, Neo.
We've already We've already established that I'm retarded. So it's Schrodinger's closet. Okay, there we go. It's Schrodinger's closet. It's the closet that is and isn't. It depends. Did I build it?
You mean Schrodinger's? I think it's, yeah.
Schrodinger's closet. There
Yeah.
we go.
Well, stick around. Get your friends to follow because you'd want them to be here for when he comes out of Schrodinger's.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's
his
actually,
own
you know
closet
what?
that he built.
That's it. We're doing it. It's going to be some time, but we're doing that. We're making that a skit. There's going to be a closet that pops up on stream and my character walks out of eventually. We're doing it.
You got to be here for it. You got to watch every stream. That way you don't miss it. It's only going to happen once.
It's only going to happen once, and we're going to fucking copyright strike anyone who fucking posts it because we're toxic motherfuckers like that. No, I'm kidding. We're not going to do that. Imagine that. That would be fucking horrible. Imagine the people who do that. Fuck those guys. I can't stand that shit. Shichiro's like, no. Oh, God. So, I guess no one has any questions. Let's see. You gonna see Chainsaw Man? Is anyone here watching Chainsaw Man?
Has it started already? What?
Yes, you didn't know that? How did you not know that, Kyan?
I don't know. I don't ever know what's happening. For someone you invited to the podcast, I am so out of the loop all the time.
Yeah.
I'll try to be a little bit better now that I'm on a podcast about being in the loop. But yeah, I never know what's happening, honestly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's airing right now. Let me go to Annie List. They're really good about that stuff. Oh, okay, so I'm an idiot. Sorry, Kyan. It hasn't started, he says.
Hey, let's go. It's not started. I'm planning on watching it. It's not like I have some crazy high hopes for it, but like, why not watch it? You know, maybe if I hate it, then awesome. I get to talk about how much I hate it and cause backlash.
Have you seen?
It's a win-win scenario.
Have you seen the trailer for Chainsaw Man?
Oh yeah, no, the trailer looks dope. Of course it does. It's Mappa.
I haven't. I want to see it. Let's
go. Let's watch it.
Let's play this real quick. I'm gonna mute.
That actually looks pretty sick. It looks like a Mappa trailer, am I right? Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I did not fucking plan on watching this, but that's it, I'm fucking watching. Actually, I might start the manga, because I start the manga beforehand, and that way, okay, why is that funny?
I love how like absolutely like how successful that trailer was for you. You watch the trailer, you're like, I'm reading the manga.
That was a pretty fucking sick looking trailer, I'm not gonna lie.
No, it was really good. Just I love watching it work. I love watching its like purpose of drawing people into it work perfectly on Neo. Just like first shot, Neo watches it one time, he's like, this is amazing.
I want to Shinshiki no Yori. What is it? 1 second. There's a let me find it real fast. There's an anime that the way that started out kind of reminded me. It's an older anime. What? What is so funny?
Mori called you out on your BS before you found out it was BS. He just goes, Chainsaw Man hasn't started. What are you on?
Yeah, I know. I thought it had started. I thought it had started, and I wasn't watching it.
I need to pull up the trailer for this. I don't know if it's gonna be. I want to show you all this because this was a really good anime. It took me forever to watch it. I tried to. Oh, that's a fan-made trailer. Do they have an official trailer for this? You would think so. Yeah, it's only 38 seconds, I guess. It's probably old. The anime's old now. But it was really good if you like... Because I don't know about y'all, but before the action hit, the way the music was and the way the scenes were cut, that Chainsaw Man trailer kind of hit me with like mystery horror vibes. Did y'all get the same feel?
Like maybe horror, just gore and horror a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, the music was most definitely cut like that, but the way it kept cutting between different things, I feel like there's going to be some level of like plot depth. Hopefully, they'll.
Yeah, no, hopefully.
I like how everyone is apparently also a descendant of fucking sharks because they have teeth like fucking fish. That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
But
old anime, trash anime, please at me. Let's watch this.
Yep. Okay, yeah, this is good. So here we go. Huh, it didn't actually show anything good there. 1 second.
I saw the animation. Animation was not actually all that bad, probably for how old it is, I would assume.
It's not.
It looked watchable.
Yeah, let's check a little. I want to play part of this one here. 1 second. So this is fan-made. Let's see what this one looks like. See how good this fan-made one is.
I'm sorry I've kept you waiting so long. You've suffered more than enough.
I'll be right back.
Everyone, your attention, please. This is your new classmate, Saki Watanabe.
This is not the end.
Took you a while, huh?
This is the beginning.
Sure did. Sorry for the wait.
This is
I'm just gonna say,
I heard some people never.
This is already like really fucking good. Like whoever made this is actually really fucking good.
Graduate from Harmony Elementary. They just vanish. I am the Tsukuba branch of the National Diet Library.
Tell us if ogres and karmic demons really exist.
Bypassing ID verification procedures. I think there's a lot in this world that you're better off not knowing. Sometimes the truth is the coolest thing of all. And not everyone can handle it as well as you can. Go!
I don't want to hear anymore!
Perhaps it is rude of me to say this. You humans give up far too quickly.
You may call me Squealer.
Saki!
Disgusting vermin.
No, stop!
All the problems we face arise from the human mind. My apologies.
Nothing is lost by trying.
Yeah, that's an incredible trailer, and now I want to watch it.
That was fucking awesome. I've seen it, and I want to watch it again.
Let me. I'm gonna go to my own watch. I'm gonna go to the watch closet in my server, and I'm gonna put that down.
Yeah, Shinsekai Yoi. That's how you say it.
How do I spell it?
What?
How do I spell it? Shin.
Yeah, Shin, and then Sekai. Shinsekai Yoi.
Shinsekai. Yoi.
Yeah, Yankee, Oscar, Romeo, India.
Okay.
Military phonetics, guys. So yeah, no, it is. This was really good. It's really slow. I am gonna note that. I tried to watch it 2 or 3 times and could not quite get it. But if you stick through the first couple episodes, it's really good, especially the latter half. I will say it's not a happy series though. By the end, like
yeah, I mean that's fine. It seems like it's an enjoyable series at the very least. At least from this trailer. It's a fan-made trailer.
I will say it attacks a lot of themes politically and philosophically. It's a very deep series, actually, like way deeper than what most people, I think, who watch it the first time are going to realize. Because there's a lot of stuff that's played at and hinted at in there.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Oof. Have either one of you guys seen Fruits Basket?
No. Also, you backed us all? Is he still gone?
Yeah, I'm back. I just had to go get brownies out of the oven.
Okay, emergency support brownies. Also, no, I have not seen Fruits Basket because I am obviously uncultured. I need to be.
I highly recommend watching Fruits Basket. The newer version, just because it covers all the same stuff. It's paced better, and it goes way further. It actually finishes the series. That said, I've not watched the original one. That's partially just hearing it from people who are super fans, who also kind of agree with that take. But I will say, from what I understand, the newer anime covers all the same content in half the amount of episodes, and the fans still loved it, and that should tell you something. But rewatching Fruits Basket for the first time right now with some people, and there's some frustrating stuff. The foreshadowing in Fruits Basket is actually great, and I never would have known. It's Fruits Basket is something you need to rewatch, because you rewatch it and you're like, the foreshadowing in the series is just evil. Makes me irritated and happy at the same time.
I will say, I watched a clip from Trash Tastes actually, like an hour or two before stream, and you would not like their take on it, because basically the Anime Man and all of them, Sea-Dog, were like, yo, fruit baskets, and they were with Emi Richu. They were like, yo, fruit baskets, more like mid baskets. And I was
Sea-Dog VA?
Yeah, Sea-Dog VA.
I like that guy.
Yeah,
he's
awesome. He's really awesome. I love Sea-Dog. As much as I have some personal issues with some of the Bishoujo girls right now, Mousy is amazing. I love Ion Mouse. She is the best. She's the queen of indie VTubers as far as I'm concerned. And
Mousy is great, but I man, imagine having a video with tens of thousands of views because of Mousy, and it being the most cringe thing ever. Wouldn't that be terrible?
I mean, it would be. I mean, imagine also being the guy who made that video, not just having it, but making it. And
like imagine if you made that video. It got something like 90,000 views, something ridiculous like that.
Yeah. So in other news, Kaihan made a video about Mouse, so you should all go watch right now on his channel.
No, you should.
Kaihan.
Stay away from that video.
As a matter of fact, you know what would be even cooler is Mori or Shichiro if you want to find a video and put it in the server. That would be great too. So I'm fucking around.
Oh God.
I just lost my co-host. That's it. This was actually the first and last episode of the Anime Tiddy Podcast. Oh God, I went too far. Anyways, yeah. So I don't know. I need to watch Fruit Baskets. I want to watch it just to spite them for saying it was mid baskets.
Well, here's the thing. I think Fruits Basket is my number 2 out of all the that's in top 10. Fruits Basket is my number 2.
Out of all anime?
Out of all the anime I've seen, yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen it, so I can't say anything.
I will say that's personal preference, definitely playing in there. I think top 10 should always cater to a personal preference.
Mm-hmm.
But my first watch of it was super, super, super enjoyable. On top of that, I definitely think Fruits Basket has way more to offer than people talk about as a series. It has great characters, great foreshadowing, a great plot. And it's not like a shonen hype all the time where you get with shonen, but I think the series is really great, and there's some really deep, compassionate moments in that series that just are really touching, and I love it so much, and I'd recommend anyone who's not seen it to watch it.
What anime?
And screw taste for not liking it.
Yeah, I can get with that. Real fast, what anime are you guys looking forward to? Because there's a few coming out that I'm really looking forward to.
Probably the newest season of Bleach, because I'm so invested in Bleach right now, having I'm actually at the point right now where I'm assuming everyone's seen more Bleach than me, except for Dizzle, I guess. But this isn't really a spoiler because he probably won't even know what I'm saying. But I'm at the point where Ichigo is training his Bankai right now.
So you're still in the Soul Society arc. They haven't even.
Yeah, I'm still on the Soul Society arc.
Yeah.
So like, I got a lot to watch before the new season comes out.
Dude, you're not gonna finish. So
I could.
You should have like 200 episodes still, basically.
Yeah, it's doable.
Oh God, man, I got work to do. But anyways, yeah. Now, I'm looking forward to Bleach. I'm looking forward to where is it at? Call me fucking swine all you want. I don't give a fuck. I like Boku no Hero a lot, actually. So I'm looking forward to the new Boku no Hero.
Slime Dataken is one of my favorite pleasure series. Denshiro Slime Dataken. Or how that time I was reincarnated as a slime. I'm not gonna say it's like some masterpiece work, but as far as just pleasure series go, that series is such a fun time to watch, and I love it. And I'm up to date with the manga on that one, and I stay up to date on that manga because it's only posted monthly.
Golden Kamui got a 4th series. See, I started Golden Kamui when the series season 1 was released. Like, I used to watch literally all Aaron anime. I used to be a super weeb, and I used to watch literally all Aaron anime weekly as they aired. And now you can't do that because there's so many. But I didn't. I dropped the series, but it got a 2nd season and then a 3rd season, and now it's got a 4th season. Let's check this out real fast, because have either of you watched any of Golden Kamui?
It's been on a list for me to watch before. I've never gotten around to it though. It's not been like a high priority thing, so I just tend to put everything else above it.
I'm pretty sure the only reason I dropped it is because for some reason it just didn't pique my interest at the time, but it was really good, I think. Let's play this. That, and I think they were incorporating some I'd have to go back, but I think there was a little CG blended in, and it just didn't drive with me. Let's watch this 40-second trailer and see what we think. Maybe this is something we should add. Because obviously we would have to go back to season 1, but see what season 4 looks like. I mean, it's got 4 seasons. Okay, all I can say is Nani? Nani?
Yeah, what just happened?
Yeah, that was
my
a bit
brain
weird.
turned off. I was like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's because we fucking watched a season 4.
We watched a season 4 trailer. We don't know what season 1, 2, 3 were. So it's like no context.
Okay, here's the original series trailer.
北海道の最北端から約40キロがあっという間に着いたな。ここにはお前の父親ウィルクの
Wilk was born.
Wait, what do you mean, huh, Damien?
生まれた村があった。俺たちは極東の少数民族独立のために戦っていた。
私はもっと知りたい。アチャが
You, Damien.
どういう人か。どうしてノペラボン
Talking to who? What?
Damien's talking about the trailer.
Yeah, well, I mean, literally.
Like at the end.
Yeah, it was weird. Well, I mean, you know what? That's one thing we need to do one day. We need to add a thing where we just watch, we go and we fucking rate really bizarre, Japanese commercials, because that's always fun.
What a scene to stop on.
What?
What a scene to stop on. That one before.
そしてアチャは本当に私にしか解けない鍵を残したのか。知る必要がある。
万に一つでもアシリバさんの行方につながる可能性があるなら俺は無視なんてできない。
何かアチャのこと思い出せるかも。
あの子さえこちらの手の中にいれば誰にも金塊は見つけられない。ノッペラボーは自分の娘にしか解けない暗号を囚人の入れ墨に掘ったんだよな。脱獄し
Because this is anime, to be honest, I don't know, a lot of anime talk fast. Random deer.
Golden Kamui, random deer.
Basically, I mean, it looks like a survivalist series. It looks like these people like bandits and hunting gatherers. I don't know. It's kind of what it seems like right now.
シュラはカラフトにまで渡っていた。じゃあ関本さんを教えてくれ。全部丸く収まる妙案が俺の頭の中にあるから全力で殴り合え。かもしれない。
I like the music.
これが僕だ。日露戦争延長戦だ。泥棒猫は撃ち殺す。
Fuck, one second.
これが僕だ。
There's a lot going on.
日露戦争。
That right there.
延長戦だ。泥棒猫は撃ち殺す。あ、シーパさん。俺はやっただ。
なぜアイヌの金塊を奪って私に託そうとしたんだ。
なんとかしないと死ぬぞ。死ぬぞ。
殺し合いの末に金塊を見つけて、その先は。
アシリパさんの綺麗。
Ah, this is a treasure hunt anime. Okay.
綺麗な青い目に俺が生きてる証拠が映っていますように。
He slapped the McShit out of him.
That's hilarious.
Annoyed. Yeah, no, I mean that looks like an interesting series. I probably won't pick it up right now just because I'm watching so many things and I have a huge commitment to Bleach right now. But yeah.
1 second. I'm gonna shoot y'all something in VC real fast.
For sure.
Oh, in our group chat text. Okay. Yeah. So, good. What?
Yeah, just real quick. If you're watching this on YouTube, hugely would appreciate a subscription and a like. That would be great.
Yeah, if you actually enjoyed the content, you stuck around for what looks like is going to be around 2 hours and 50
I mean, if you've been here for 2 hours and 49 minutes and you enjoyed it, you've probably already subscribed. So it's probably redundant for me to tell you to do that, but do it anyway.
You know, and if it was that good, if you stuck here for 2 hours, you know, you could also you could grease the knob a little bit for us. You know, give us that extra lick and send it to a Discord server or a friend and be like, yo. These guys, they literally call it the Anime Tiddy Podcast. I am now a tit, and you can be a tit too, and then we can be a pair of tits. That you should do that. Anyways, we are kind of at the end here. You know, 3 hours was kind of what we were aiming for. We've hit all of our topics, bullshitted a little bit. You know, no one's got any real questions, it seems like. So we're probably gonna end it here today. Thanks everyone for coming in. Hopefully next time we've got some more of the technical things worked out. It'll have notifications come up when people subscribe and follow and whatnot. And yeah, we really appreciate. We really appreciate everyone coming out here and like actually like supporting us. So yeah, and listening to us rant.
Damien down in chat is saying, look up weird anime trailers. We are ending here, but if you want to contribute to what we're doing next time, make sure you're in the server and shoot us your ideas.
And a matter of fact, you know what? I got an idea we can go ahead and hit with while we get out of here. Why don't we put a weird anime trailer like thing in the Discord server and people can post weird trailers that we can review on the next podcast?
That sounds great. Let's do that.
Let's do it. Yeah. So if you're still watching, Golden Cap Drag, or anyone else, go to and Damien and Chichiro, go to the Discord server, join any fucking trailers, anime trailers you want us to review and talk about next podcast. Drop them in there. We'll watch them and we'll go over it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, thanks again for coming out. You know, you got anything to say, Dizzle, before we end stream?
I will say, just be careful going into the watch list and calling people out that are just lurking. So, yeah, but that's okay. I'm pretty sure those guys don't mind. But I mean, yeah, just thanks for stopping by. I had a fun time just talking about random stuff, or you know, sometimes just listening to you two talk about stuff. So,
yeah, seems like this is going to be a pretty good thing. So again, it's been good. I'll see y'all next week, Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Time. Central Standard Time, you know, whatever that is for you. Just, yeah, every Sunday. Peace. Squiggity pop pop.